Hello everyone, this is Akira Himura Kinakiyama for another episode, and the final episode of Morenatsu Revisited. Because we are going to do it in one go. Because that's right, today's route, the final route we're doing, the bonus route we're doing is Ten Kodori. Because it's one go. It's only 4 days long, so it's perfect for me to do it as a finale, guys. For you all. It just works out that way for me. And we know that Ten's route right here, he's connected to Juuichi, and I had to go through all sorts of things to change it. And since this is the last episode, I'm going to really take my time with it, guys. And make it really good for you all best I can. And I'm going to really miss Revisited. Because after I'm done, I'm going to miss 10. I know he's not going to be in the old games of Revival, but I hope he gets a mention in Homecoming because he deserves it. Well, I got to get to know him more and see how much husbando he is. But it's right after we do this. Yep, remember the first route I did, Juuichi, where we were being creepy with him when we were trying to be nice. No. Let me retract what I said. Yeah, we want to confess our love to Juuichi, but he turned us down because he's tsundere and he's closeted still. And he believed the gaslighting of Kyoji, and Kyoji believed the gaslighting of his grandfather or father. And this is the scene where I changed some things. But it's also where the scene where Akira touched him, and he realized what he'd done wrong, and he stops. This is the good timeline, guys. And no more bad endings here, from here on out. What the hell am I doing? I suddenly snap back to reality. Betraying Juuichi's trust. What am I doing? Juuichi, I'm sorry. I quickly pull away from him, and after being swept away from Far Delusion, there's no way I deserve to stand next to him. Oh, yeah, we deserve that glare, though. We were a creep to him, and it's gonna be heartbreaking that we broke his heart in this. He broke our heart, and we have to go leave him. He looks at me without saying anything. The pressure of silence tortures me. I feel like running away. Yeah. The tears return. I want to still be friends with Juuichi, but I might have crossed that possibility with my own hands. I can't believe I did this. I'm usually careful with how I act. Yeah. We do. I know I say Hiroyuki is the villain and all that. He kind of is to a fair degree, but at least he's self-aware. He knows what he did wrong in certain timelines, like this. And that's what I cannot completely hate him for, you know? What he knows is what he did is wrong, but sometimes you realize it too late, though. And it's not a good thing, but it's like, it's human to make mistakes, guys, but yeah. I might not say he's worst boy, but Hiroyuki is definitely problematic. Hiroyuki is #problematic. I screwed up. Himura, my body is shaking to boom. His words cover up in the sound of fireworks exploding above us. I'm sure he was scolding me for my behavior. Or was he breaking off relations with me? I know it wasn't anything good. I need to do this myself. There's no way around it at this point. Juuichi, I'm sorry for being so selfish. I bow my head to him and continue lowering it. Joking with my sob, I managed to finish what I was saying. So I'll leave you alone for now on. Tears should stop, but they fall splashing the ground. Please just forget about me. Thank you for everything. Himura! How did he respond? I wasn't brave enough to find out. I turned around and headed down to the ran away like a scared rabbit. I think I hear Juuichi yelling something at me from behind, but I can't look back. I cry loudly. The fireworks conceal my shameful voice. I continue to cry the whole way home. Goodbye, Juuichi. Morenatsu Revisited. Date 24 of August 24th. Pretty fireworks still fill the night sky. They open and die once again, fleeing life. Even though they're beautiful, it's just a lonely scene. I watch them as I lay in the ground. On the way back of my neck, I feel faint warmth. Until short ago, I never knew how an arm pillow could make me feel happy. I slowly look at my side, and Juuichi was watching me over with a smile. Excuse me. Juuichi, you're not gonna look at the fireworks? The fireworks are not what I'm looking at right now. I had fun with your route, honey. I hope you're not mad at me that I'm doing Ten's route too, and the rest of the routes of the best boys. I sincerely mean that. When I hear his sweet words, I can't help but look away in embarrassment. Now I know how it looks to be tsundere. Since when did he start saying things like that? I almost feel like I could be swept away when in his embrace. Juuichi put his right hand on my chin. Ooh. But it hurts too, knowing that what we did to him. But it's gonna be interesting when we get to 10, because this is a sad way to do it, honestly. Before I can even think about it, he turns to my head facing him once more. So you don't like this? I love this, honey. And it's gonna be fun hanging out with 10 some more. I'm really gonna take my time with this, guys, to make this episode as good as I can. He's surprisingly forward today. It's nice to have a day like this once in a while. No, of course not. Of course I like it. You never did anything wrong, honey. None of the boys did. Just Hiroyuki. Good. With the word was smiling in his face. Then he slowly bring me closer and close my eyes and flop. Quit feeling sorry for yourself, you big baby. You lost your man candy, and now you must find a different one. Look at the raving color of the rainbow's neon color. It's like raving. I'm just doing a little dancing, guys. No matter how much time I pass, I never feel his lips, because it's all a dream. I hastily open my eyes in confusion, and instead of Juichi's face, I only see fluorescent light of shade hanging from a ceiling. It was just a dream. And tightly grasped around my hand, it should be intertwined with Juichi's fingers. I still have feelings for him. Yeah, that hurts. That actually hurts my heart. I curl on the futon and cry and succumb to exhaustion. Day 26, August 26. I feel entirely eternity has gone by. For the past few days, I've been sitting vacantly in my room. I know my grandparents are worried, but because they keep asking if I'm okay. Even in response, I give is shame. It's the same. I'm fine. I'm just tired and dead inside. I'm thankful that I've been too emotionally drained to cry. Yeah, it's moments like these I enjoy being numb, but that's not the way to live forever, though. Yeah, it's hard being a man. I would know. Laying down in the futon, I stared up at the ceiling, counting down in the days I have left in Minasato. I knocked my door, breaks me from the dots, and I only have an hour to complete this game as well. Or more. I have a whole episode or a whole day to finish on Halloween. By the way, happy Halloween, guys. Akira, I'm coming in! The door slides open, and Grandmother enters the room and a worried expression on her face. Are you sure you're alright, dear? You don't seem like you're enjoying your time here. I sit up in her glance, forcing a smile on my face. I'm fine, really. I just have a lot in my mind is all. I watch the silence. She sits down beside me in the futon. She gives me a suspicious look and avert my gaze. Silently, she watches me before she can return the smile. Akira, you should be seeking some spiritual guidance. Why don't you pay a visit to the shrine? I can only blink with surprise at her suggestion. Her family has never been religious, so praying for guidance is something we particularly do often. Still, it couldn't hurt. After all, it isn't a bad idea to show a little bit of faith. I'm agnostic, so I don't know how to say, but if you want to believe in any deity, and if they're not being toxic about it, go ahead, Akira. Do it. See what the shrine god have to say. See the Kodoris. Because I remember, Shun is connected to the shrine god in the town, right? And so is the Kodori family, like Ken. I slowly stand up and force another smile. Why not? My grandmother smiles back and is standing up and held a hand on my shoulder. I hope you find the answer, dear. Removing her hand on my shoulder, she smiles a bit wilder. She walks out of the room, closing the door behind her. I ponder for a few moments before shrugging. I slowly change my new clothes and leave the house. I'm sort of out of breath as I arrive in the shrine. My shirt sticking to me. Grimace at all the sweat that caused my body. Oh well, it can't be helped, I guess. I take a few breaths, and despite how I've been feeling, I give a slight smile, and the air here feels so fresh. I feel the sense of inner peace. Perhaps my grandmother was right. The shrine piece seems to be cleansing my sadness. I slowly walk to the entrance, entering the statue of the shrine god. I toss my few coins in the offering box, and before reaching the cord hanging from the ceiling, and the sound of the bell rings out, and I give the customary 2 bows and 2 claps. I move her closer to the statue, and I bow the head respectfully, kneeling down from it. I close my eyes, and I pray the shrine god. I know I do not usually do this, but I need your guidance. Please heed my prayer. I can feel myself begin to sink as my chest tightens, and I feel it now too. Oh my god. I take my deep breath and continue my prayer. I did something terrible. Yep. I think he's talking about all the bad things he did in this game. Is it Hiroyuki's redemption arc here? Where he's prayed for his sins of being a creepy boy and not respecting boundaries of our best boys? I hope so. I may be not religious, guys, but he needs something to help him with his creepy obsession with being lonely and all that. after he rejected Torihiko for the available routes to be with the Juuichi, and then he got rejected by Juuichi by being creepy and touching him as well, and all the bad endings I could think of. Hiroyuki needs help. I did something terrible to a very dear friend. I take another breath, and the tears falling down from my closed eyes. I still love him, even though my heart is broken, even though I hurt him. Please, I beg of you, give me ability to go on. In my memories of him are replayed looking at the fireplace late at night. Yeah, that hurts. Watermelon splitting the beach? Oh. Borrowing the jacket I was soaked. Sharing the time of the hot spring we made together. Admitting that I love him. Juuichi. Oh my god, guys, I'm feeling a lot now. But now my tears start feeling free, falling, and my eyes open. I stare blankly ahead, and my shoulders start staring to shake. A few moments later, the sound of my sobs fill empty shrines. Right now, I don't care that I'm crying in front of the shrine god. All I can think about now is Juuichi and how he rejected me. It's deserved, though. And what I tried to do to him. Were you sad because you were caught, or you sad that you done it, or sad that you didn't get your way? That's what I'm wondering, guys. I think it might be both. I believe him that he really cares about these boys, but he does it in a very problematic way. These boys did everything for Hiroyuki. They all did. Himura, snap out of it. You're confused about your feelings for me. I'm not. Yeah, just don't listen to the gaslighting. The feelings you have are simply respect and familiarity. It can turn into that if you want it to be that way. They aren't, are they? Don't confuse them with love and affection. My tears are falling and my cries are reverberating throughout the shrine. I swear I know what I thought about. I know how to read words, I swear. I fell in love with a man once too. Looking back on that day, you'll wonder why you ever said such things. No, I love you. I'll say this much, though. I accept your feelings. My heart sings as I continue to cry. Severe days of despair rush out to meet me at once. Maybe this is a bad idea after all. I wanted guidance, but all I seem to get are more painful reminders of rejection. Rubbing my eyes, I slowly stand and carry my legs out of the shrine in defeat. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. I'm once more filled with unrelenting sadness. I want to go home. Suddenly, I feel a cold breeze seem to blow. I stare at the sky, watching clouds go by. I leave the blown around about the wind, and it almost sounds of the breeze speaking. Beautiful day. It's rather odd. The breeze seems to have a familiar voice. Always enjoyed coming here. Could it be a shrine? God? Kami-sama? For those who don't know, Kami-sama is like a name. I think it translates to literally God, right? Are my prayers being answered? Will? Stop calling me. Please stop calling me Master. Please stop calling me Master. Huh? I blink in confusion. I don't recall the shrine god calling the shrine god master. Come to think of it, the voice it gets louder, and I'm certain it sounds familiar. Wait, is that? It is! Hi, Akira! Oh, I hear what sounds are coming from the right, and it turns it right. Just in time to be assaulted by attacking ball of fuzz. Oh, get off! Yeah! Oh my god! Not Sean, no! I quickly pushed it off and I prepared to defend myself, and I realized I realized my mistake a split second later. Sean? I reached down and helped him up. Are you okay? What's that for? Accept my outstretched hand, and he looks annoyed at me, and I'm about to apologize, but before I get a chance, I see a flash of gray. Oh my god! Release him at once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please don't break me unless you want to, sir. Ask me let me know down in the comments below. Would you let Ken break you? I would. And I would respect him for that. Holy shit, he is beautiful and very intense and scary. He is literally attractive. Wow. Inside and out. A big muscular man with a scar and have a glare that can freeze you to death. That is so badass. Holy shit. That makes me feel a lot. I obey and let him go of the small wolf. Pull my hand back swiftly. Master Shun, requesting permission to kill. I'm sure. If that's what you want, honey, kill me. I deserve it. I freeze and stare at the big wolf before me. Ken, no! Akira's my friend! I'm sure he didn't mean to push me. I didn't. I'm sorry, honey. Kiss your forehead. What'd you kiss him for? Oh, I'm sorry! He snaps my neck, guys. That's what happens. Did you, Akira? I put my hands up and shake my head. No, I'm sorry, Shun. I didn't realize it was you. You surprised me. See, Ten? Akira was just surprised. I see. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ten-sama. Don't call me Sama. Stop your simping, boy. I can't, though. I can't. It gives me a wary glance and gives me a stance to relaxes and attempts to calm my nerves. Not gonna lie, before I really done his route, I got to know him a little bit from Juuichi's route, and I see what type of person he is, and I know he protects Shun and all that. But I love his presence, though. Everything about him is like, oh my god, he's hot. Literally the most attractive guy in the game, I say. Glancing back at Shun, I cleared my throat and I started to act like nothing was wrong. So what brings you here, Shun? I noticed Ten twitch and I gripped his arm tighter, but he said nothing as the small wolf giggles. I just feel like coming here. It's just a beautiful place, don't you think? Yeah, it is. It's more beautiful that your cousin's here. I mean, what? Look at you, hitting out my cousin already. I'm all over the place, guys, because of this. I'm giving an automatic shrug, and my previous feelings starting to sneak up me again. Shun seems to notice instantly. I look in confusion, spreading on his face. Akira, is something the matter? I shake my head in my forced smile, giving me a reply. Repeatedly use my grandparents. I'm fine, Jun. I'm just tired. I'm surprised that he hangs out in his head sadly. You don't need to lie to me, Akira. What? I know something's bothering you. The Kodori sixth sense? Does he know does he know that we've been broken by Juuichi? The little wolf looks up to Ten, clears his throat, and places a hand on his shoulder. Master Shun, maybe Himura needs to sort out his problems on his own. I don't think so. Is that right? He glances at me and he finds myself looking back at him. But he's telling me to sort it out on my own because he feels like that's what Hiroyuki wants. That says a lot about him, wow. I pause for a moment before staring down on the ground. Yeah. You'll have to tell them eventually. You have to face your demons of guilt. Because you don't touch people without permission, no matter what. He continues to stare at me, trying to figure out something. Now, I look back and our eyes suddenly meet. We remain for what we are, and our gaze locked. I can see him looking for something in particular. My eyes must show him something because I give a slight nod, and I close my own. I can only watch as he sighs. I'm sure why, but I see him gives me a tugging feeling in my chest. No. My eyes open again, and it's just me looking at him, and I glance away in shyness. Akira? I blink as Shun suddenly speaks my name, and I turn to face him. Is there anything I can do to help you? Help? You done all you could, honey. You all did. Feeling guilty, I looked away and not saying anything. I don't even know if there's anything I can do. Suddenly, Ten clears his throat, causing Shun and I to stare at him. Very well, Master Shun. You should spend today with Himura. It would be nice. It would seem he needs a friend. He needs a friend. Oh, okay. Despite my feelings, I can't help but give a small smile. I glance away with my face starting to warm up. If this is unexpected, I never thought I would have Ten would to be this caring. He is caring. Well, okay, Akira, I'm gonna do my best to cheer you up. You already did, honey. By being yourself and bringing your hot cousin. Look at the little wolf. I look at the little wolf who is smiling back at me. He glances up at Ten and I see his eyes gleaming mischievously. Hey, Ten's my cousin. You should help cheer up Akira too. My eyes go out wide on the double take. This is an unexpected revelation on a cold shoulder and it's being splashed in my face. Yeah, because if you think about it that way, remember, he didn't find out until Akira went to the tournament. I stare at Ten in awe. Yeah, you're Shun's cousin. With the big gray wolf closes his eyes and he lets out a great sigh. He takes a breath and opens his eyes and turning his gaze away from me. Yes, Master Shun is my cousin. I am the branch of the family of the Kodori family. The branch family serves the main family and as such. I give the understanding nod and I look back to Shun. He gives a cheeky grin as he makes the unable to hold back a chuckle. That makes Shun smile widely and his tail's starting to wag. It's settled, Ten. I will keep you company today. I cast a glance over the statue of the shrine god. The feeling of sadness are slowly falling away. Looking up to Ten, I remained fixed into place as he stares back down at me. There's no mysterious expression on my face, and he leaves me wondering what he's thinking. Oh, I overheard a crow calls out, and we have been in a shrine all day, and the sun's beginning to set. It's a beautiful array of colors filled in the sky, blanketing us with warmth. Shun spent the most of us in the time talking to me, and we spend me talking about the life of Osaka. Ten sits nearby and listening carefully. His eyes are on me, and I can see that he's intrigued within them. Oh, I don't get it though. I'm unsure why, but despite my nervousness, I'm actually glad he's here. The Kodori cousins. There's only two of them there. Akira, are you feeling better now? Yeah, I am. And he gave a small, slight smile and nod. Shun smiles back at me, turning my attention to a large wolf, and I give him a smile. As he predicted, his expression remains stoic, but his brow remains his entrance. Moments later, he stands up. It's getting late. It'd be wise if we depart right now. Shun face instantly down, shows sadness, and he slowly stands up, staring at his feet. Slowly, I also raise my feet, unsure what to say. Himura? Yes? I glance at Ten, and he's looking up in confusion. His stare meets mine, and two of us are just looking at each other. Look at him now. And several moments later, and it feels time has passed itself, and it has come to halt. Eventually, he turned to me and glanced to the side. Master Shun and I will walk you home. Thank you. Thank you, honey. What'd you call me? Nothing! Don't break me! Or do! My eyes widen and happy smile suddenly appears on Shun's face. Well, that's a great idea, Ten. My heart thumps in his chest. Since continuing to surprise me, isn't it something I would have expected him to suggest? I stare at him, and he turns my attention back to me. We share another moment in silence before I allow a small smile to creep to my face. I like that. Thank you. Ooh, I like the way he turned. I love his turnaround sprite too. Curt nod, and he on my reply, and as Ten turns away. As my face warms up once again, and I raise my hand and my cheek, moving my hand away, I glance over my Shun and give him my own to the smaller wolf. Come on, buddy, let's go. Come on, little buddy. Three of us leave the shrine, making our way to my grandparents' house. Once again, I'm walking down in the all too familiar road. And to my left, Shun talks excitedly about something. I don't hear what he says. My attention is elsewhere. On the right, Ten walks with his expression stoic as usual. His eyes tell a different story. Seems like he's intensely listened to Shun's chatter, realizing how rooted I am being. A guilty feeling wells up inside of me. I should be listening to my friend after all. He spent all day trying to cheer me up. Andy, with your points, I was able to get the amazing Storm Lionheart statue. My boy, I knew you could do it, honey. Yes! I perk up and glance over to him. Thank you, Akira. I'll always treasure it. Sight smile grace my lips, and I nod. I'm glad I could help you, buddy. From the corner of my eye, I see Ten looks at me. Yes, honey? Don't call me honey, boy. You have to build my flags first. Yes, sir. I look back at him, and in my smile widening. He breaks into eye contact, staring ahead silently. I wonder what he's thinking. In the distance, I can see the familiar house belonging to my grandparents slowly stop. I look over to the two wolves and force another smile. Thank you for today. I really needed the company. Anytime, Akira. I had fun today. I look at Ten, who nods, who is still looking at me. You too, Ten. Thank you. His eyes slightly widened at his words, and he glanced away. Close my eyes and shake my head, and I'm somewhat amused. He's the same as ever. I open my eyes, and I notice Shun lowering his gaze around the ground. Akira, please try to cheer up. It wouldn't be a good thing for you to go home unhappy. I place my hand on my shoulder and give a gentle, encouraging squeeze. I'll try, Shun. They give a little wolf. Gives a little sniffle as a sound which fills me with sadness. I realize my grip and sigh. Glancing towards my grandparents' house, I take a breath. Everything will be fine, I promise. He gives another sniffle and it makes me indicating he understands. Okay, take care, Akira. Thank you, little buddy. He suddenly hugs me, and while it takes me a while, by surprise, I hug him back. Tin continues to watch me, and as my eyes are meeting his, he says nothing, although I can see him trying to figure out something. I pull away from Shun, and he releases from me my hug. It looks like look at those innocent eyes before me. Give me a nod. Nodding back, I glance squarely at him. Well then, I'm going. Give a small bow. I turn around and begin walking towards the familiar house. I get the several steps away before I hear footsteps are behind me. Suddenly, a strong hand grips in my shoulder, stopping me in my tracks. Himura, wait. Huh? I turn around my glance and a large wolf, confused. Yes. He meets my stare with it. He meets my stare with his own. He slowly removes his hand and my shoulder. About earlier. He glanced at the darts in my side and he almost looked guilty. I apologize. It was wrong for me to try to attack you. It's okay. I deserve it, though. You have nothing to apologize to me. You're just protective mode. That's what you are. He eyes closed and he gives me a soft sigh, gripping his arm slightly with his hand. Furthermore, opening his eyes once more, he looks down at me. At first, it seems like a hard stare, but it quickly softens. Almost expect him to smile, but he doesn't. Instead, he takes a breath and continues. You are a good friend. I don't know if he's saying that to Hiroyuki / Akira or in person me Akira. It's debatable. It's actually genuinely debatable. I can't promise you I'm a 100% a good person, guys, but at least I can have some morals. And I know I could arguably do things that are questionable, but not as bad as what Hiroyuki did. Though thinking about it is a different story. Being a human being is a mess, guys. You look out for those who you care about. For that. Once again, he places a hand on his shoulder, glancing away from me as in embarrassment. I respect you. Do you though? I stunned and I can only stand there in silence. A moment later, I absently reach my hand up and placing it atop his. He seems shocked that in his glance, darting back at me and looking once again. Our stare seems to be fixed on each other. Neither of us seem able to move. We stare at each other for a few awkward moments before I suddenly give him a slight smile. And the first time I felt like if it has what it felt like an eternity. It was a smile which, well, it doesn't seem forced. Thank you, Ten. I moved my hand from his, and Wolf releasing my shoulder, and two of us continue regard one another, and I again wonder myself what he's thinking. Instead of asking, I merely bow before turning around and resuming my trek back to the house, and as I called home from past month, I continue to walk. I find myself preoccupied with the thoughts of Ten. Why have I never met him before this summer, despite Shin and I spending time a lot together when we were younger? Why is he acting so strangely? Why am I suddenly thinking about him so much? I'm not sure what that means, although there's something I do know. My grandmother suggested I seek guidance, but instead of my answers, I only seem to found more questions. I'm aware of Master Shun giving me curious. Oh, we are 10 right now, guys. I should do a good 10 voice. I'm aware of Master Shun giving me a curious stares as I return to his side. Kneeling down beside me, I bow my head. Let us away, Master Shun. My eyes open and I glance up to him, and I'm surprised to see him staring quizzically at me. I give a sigh and I stand up massively with my brows. I should have known something like this would happen. The folding in my arms looked at my sky. I like that. I like this. I get to see someone else's perspective. You must be worried on how I can be acquainted with Himura. I glance back at him and he nods. There it is. There is that. When did you meet Akira? I stare at young master and begin wondering the first encounter with that human. It's almost 2 weeks ago. Mikazuki and I were meditating at the dojo. Himura interrupted us. I looked in the shoulder, started watching I look over to watching the human become mere speck of the distance. I begin to feel a strange sensation with warm memories I'm recalling. It confuses me, but I simply continue. He irritated me because he looked so out of place, but I hold my hands out in front of me and I look down at them. He came to return Mikazuki's jacket. Master Shun seems more puzzled. Why would Akira have Juuichi's jacket in the first place? Oh, he's asking the questions. I kind of like this, going to different person's perspective. I stare at him, stare at my young charge, and I raise my eyebrow. He bows down his head, mumbles an apology. I can't help but chuckle at him. Don't apologize, sir. It's a perfectly valid question, albeit one that should be obvious. That should have an obvious answer. He glares at me. But without malice. He wants me to continue and stop teasing him. Yep. One day he's gonna become like you, Ten, isn't he? I believe that. My ears perk up and I resume. Mikazuki later told me that he let Himura borrow it. He had been caught in a previous day rain. Mikazuki didn't want him to get ill. I deliberately leave out the part where he walked in on us getting. I deliberately leave out the part where he walked in on us getting changed. Young master does need to know about those details. Ten's a good man. Wow. My face starts to get warm and I clear my throat. Continue. I made a promise to keep an eye on Mikazuki and stop him from eating sweets. The smile came to Master Shun's face, he nods. Yeah, Juuichi is a glutton for anything sweet. I thought about grown settling instead of simple nod. It would have not be good form for me to complain in front of a young master. I saw your friend again on the Bond Festival. He expressed curiosity at my role, but I told him to focus on Mikasuki. If he followed me, I would have no choice but to cut him down. He said that to him? He backed away with a little bit of an unexpected shout. His ears flattened against my head as I winced. No wonder Akira seems jumpy with you, Ten. Once again, I'm taken aback. This time, it's young master's heart's worse. He noticed my reaction and gives me a grin. With a chuckle, he grabs my arm. Don't worry, Ten, I forgive you. I mutter soft thanks as he lead my way to Master. I lead my way to Master Awayo's residence. He's like, he kind of reminds me of Paco from Danganronpa, where he's with, in a way, where Pekka was like that with Fuyuhiko, but it's interesting. He also kind of reminds me of Mori Nozuka with Honey Nozuka from Oran. What's it with traditional Japanese warriors being served to what is it with a series trying to serve short kings, Big strong warriors serving short kings in Japanese anime media. We arrived to the old master's house, and it was in a short while later. Kneel down, Master Shun's. I placed my hand on his shoulder. Young masters, this is where we part ways. He smiles at me and gives me he smiles at me and I give him one of my rare smiles. Sorry, I'm used to voicing Akira, guys. And now I'm voicing Ten as a protagonist. I like this as a protagonist, having a voice of a unique character, I love protagonist switches. They're interesting. I hope I get to see your match. I ruffled his hair, causing him to half-heartedly protest. I look forward to seeing you there, Master Shun. And the young master takes a breath and looks at me with a smile. Ten? I blink and staring at him. His expression changed and looks at it. He don't want to ask me something, but he isn't sure how to do so. Give him a shoulder, a gentle squeeze, and encouragement. It seems like it's enough to spur on him. What did you say before to Akira? My cheeks warms up and release his shoulders, glancing away. I told him that I respect him. Master Shun smiles again, and his tail begins to happily wag. I look back at him, nodding. Your friends seem to have a rather special kind of person. Sorry, I butchered my words, guys. Keep him close, young master. When I nod, I bow, slowly rising my feet. I watch as he turns around, rush inside, looking away from the sky and bathing from the warm colors. I let my close and inhale deeply. I stay like this in a several moments before letting my eyes before walking home. And my mind returns to my young master's friend, Akira Himura. He truly is. Morenatsu Revisited. Wow. Day 27th of August 27th. I'm powerless to stop. My fist bangs in the glass, separates us from no matter how hard I hit, the glass won't break. Stop! Leave him alone! Juuichi lays down in front of me, and the other side inside the glass. Eyes are wide in horror. Despite I struggle, continue futile attempts to break through. Please, don't do this. This isn't what we wanted. I'm forced to watch the shadow figure approach him. Oh, but you are wrong. You do want this. I always wanted this. Oh, the evil Hiroyuki is... Juuichi's assailant reaches down and rubs his hand against the front of his pants. Oh. He grips the bear's bolt firmly, giving a sinister chuckles as he does. Fuck off, evil Hiroyuki. Get out of here. Slowly unfastens Juichi's pants. Stop. But it's a nightmare, so it's okay. It's not okay, but it's not okay. But it's a nightmare. You can't do anything about nightmares. Hands are disappearing underneath the fabric. Stop! Leave him alone! And that's what I said. Leave him alone! I continue hits glass with all his might. I can't break through. Then Juichi's will. I tears sting my eyes and I watch what events before me. Please don't. You don't want to do this. Ibra! My eyes widen in terror. Moon appears behind my clouds, shining the light in my hands. Shower world's friend? This can't be possible. I'm staring at myself. The other man stares at me with an unpleasant grin in his face. His eyes shifts and his gaze looks to Juuichi, licking his lips in a hunger like a predator. Bad Akira. Bad Akira. Go to horny jail, Akira. He reaches down and forcefully yanks down his bear's pants and exposing him to the night. Stop it! He looks at me with a sneer, giving me a slight tisk. I'm only giving you what you want. What you're too chicken to claim. No! Is this what I think this is what toxic masculinity feels like, though. I do have those moments. Again, he licks his lips and stares down at Juuichi. Just settle down and enjoy the ride. Once more, and I bang my fist to the glass, trying to shatter it. Juuichi, hang in there! I'll save you! And another, and fastens his belt and lowered his pants down under underwear and all. So stepping out of them, he lunged at Juuichi, pinning him in the ground, grinding his hips together. The two of them groan, but Akira's eyes are filled with lust. The only thing I see is Juichi's eyes in terror. Stop it! He isn't enjoying it. Can't you see that? My cries go ignored as the bear's nipples are suddenly teased. Okay, this is getting dirty, causing him to give a soft gasp. This seems to excite my other self, who caresses the lips of Juichi's, looking to two of them with a beautiful, forceful kiss. I can't bring myself to look, but force my glance away. At this rate, Juuichi will. Stop! Everyone, no, please! In my head, it turns sharply. Juichi's cries, eyes widenly as what I see. Other me has the tip of his cock close to Juichi's entrance. Stop it. Seriously, stop it, game. And he turns in his head, staring grim in an evil smirk. Suddenly, he thrusts forward and buries himself inside the terrified bear. Juichi howls in pain, and the other self ignores pulling it, thrusting me inside. My tears begin to stream in my face, and in my friend's invulnerable state. Juuichi! The other Akira moans lustfully as he continues his despicable act. I shudder in disgust, and the sound is repulsive. Anger wells inside me, the tears are falling. I watch helplessly. The smirk widens and his fingernail digging in Juichi's sides. He clenches his teeth down in Juichi's neck and bites harder. He runs. Stop it! It hurts so much. Oh my god! Stop it! Ignore seems to get excited before the thrust starts intensely. His moments of pleasure increasingly stops to speed, gripping Juichi's length and his hand pumps in his thrust. Oh yes, I've been waiting for this for long. To have for this, Juuichi, haven't you? Juuichi starts to protest and glare from the other. Akira makes him hesitate. He slowly nods, but which gives another unpleasant smile to his fast attacker face. Other self suddenly thrusts deeply, and he moans in ecstasy. He turns and looks at me again as the perverse feeling he's feeling. Clench my teeth and squeeze my fist. Fingernails puncturing the palms of my hand. I speak gibberish because I'm emotional, guys. Oh my god, this is fucked. Blood begins to ooze from the wounds, although it ignored the pain. The pale comparison and the pain I feel inside. Juuichi. The other Akira throws his head back and gives a loud moan, thrusting harder and faster. You're so close. You're secretly hoping for this, haven't you? Juuichi simply nods, and his eyes seem duller than usual. The other me smirks wider and gives a very encouraging squeeze. Stop. It's an instant fact. Juuichi lets out a groan and he clutches the other side. I'm coming, Akira. This is too much for me. I mean, I see lots of filthy shit, but still, rape is bad. I don't need to explain why. Juuichi suddenly reaches the peak. Is spilling himself in the chest. Thrust before coming to frenzies, and it doesn't take Akira long at all. With that last slam, he buries himself in his face as deer bears ass, and moaning in release. He stares up at the satisfied grin and collapsing Juuichi. It casts a glance at Juuichi, only to regret it immediately. There's no life in his eyes anymore, as his soul was stolen. I suddenly feel a strong hand, my hand looking, and I see Ten down at me, but I see something odd. He's smiling. Akira Himbara, you are a good friend. My eyes widen, glance, and the other Akira nose standing out, staring out down his victim. Seeing Juuichi in a state makes me heart sink. I shake my head transport. I look back at him, and my eyes widen, and suddenly brainwashed as katana. You look out for those who you care about. Smile doesn't leave his face. For that, he turns his katana, gripping, facing me as I find myself taking his sword, and I almost drop it, and he fades into nothingness. You know what must be done. To left, glass shutters and it crumbles away. All it takes for me to glance at Juuichi's soulless soul, and I overcome, and my other self faced me and lungs, thrusting the katana forward. I stop and impale him through the chest. I saw and impaled him to the chest. He stares down at the blade and gives me a sad smile. He slowly stares at me, placing a hand into my shoulders. You know what you must be done. Kill the evil. Yes! Kill the evil version of yourself. That's what I'd like to do. If I saw the evil version of myself, I would murder my evil alter ego. That's what we need to do. Kill our demons. I watch, and he drops in the ground, unmoving, and my fiend glances the concerns. I run to Juuichi to kneel down beside him, cradling him in my arms. Juuichi, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help myself. I almost dropped Juuichi. Juuichi? I look down around, but I can't see anyone. I see a sense of feeling of dread rushes me, and I stare down, noticing the katana sticking out in my chest. You know what must be done. I lower Juuichi in the ground, staggering my feet. I feel darkness starting to overwhelm me as I hear voices join together. You know what must be done. No! My eyes shot open when I sit up early. Give a quick, sharp breeze, and I take its surroundings. Am I in a guest bedroom of my grandparents' house? A nightmare? Yeah, it's a really bad nightmare. It's a sad nightmare. Oh my god, people. It's Halloween, I get it, but it's not just like, oh, it's a scary story, but it's just like sad, you know? It's not something I need to hear, but not on YouTube anyways. Oh my god, I messed up, guys. Absently reach out his hands in my face as my skin feels clammy, covered in cold sweat. In a panic, I stare down my chest and breathe in a sigh of relief. There's no words, although my chest hurts like crazy. I try to calm myself, but my breath comes out in sharp. My tears flow to my eyes, and I stare down at his hands. My palms are no obvious marks on them, and I still feel the pain. Feel pain as I ball my hands to the fist. I suddenly relax them and fall back. And a sudden thought in my head hits the pillows. What must be done? Yeah, what must be done? I'll be right back, guys. And I'm back. We're recording this for 15 minutes or half, or at least. What must be done? I glance over and I hear a sudden knock. Akira, is everything okay? I take a deep breath before calling out. I'm just fine. I just have only a nightmare. Open the door. My door opens. My grandparents look. Grandmother looks in. Her expression is worried. She walks over to me and kneels down beside me. You look feverish, dear. Are you sure you're okay? I nod a forced smile. It's fine, really. It was an unsettling dream. My grandmother smiles, looking at me, gives an understanding nod. She slowly reaches out and places her hand on my shoulder. If you need anything, Akira, just ask. I nod as she pulls her hand away, and I sit up. She stands up and I look up at her. She gives giving my forced smile. Thank you. I'll be okay. I'm actually need to go out today. I give another smile in return. Grandma nods before turning and walking to the door. She places her hand out and then pauses, looking down in a moment. Finally, she looks back in her shoulder. Akira, I hope you have a good day today. She leaves and rooms, closing the door behind her. Once again, I look down at my hands. I ball them in my fist and before unclenching them and relaxing. I know. Taking a deep breath, I get up from a futon and looking up in the ceiling. I imagine with that, I'm staring up at the sky. I know what must be done. I look up the clock and I see I don't have much to have time. I hurriedly change into my clean clothes, decide to skip breakfast, and I call out my goodbyes and rush out of my house. As luck would have it, I barely made it to the bus stop in time. I'm on my way to Kazunari. I need to see him. Ooh. I arrived at Kazunari and I begin the brief walk to the high school. As I get closer to school, the heart starts to race. Damn it, I thought I had to figure it out. I had planned exactly what I would say to Juuichi when I see him, but now my mind is blank. I stop at the tracks to consider just walking around the next bus home. No, pull together, Akira. You can't do this. Just go in. Let's let things happen naturally. That gives me a kick. I need to go on before long. I find out, staring at school dojo, walking past the fox who's kicking the ball around to approach the dojo. Pulling the door open, and I walk inside the closed door behind me. All around me, I see various beastmen in a judo gi. Feeling suddenly out of place, and I hesitate, walk around looking for a familiar bear. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find him anywhere. Mikisuki isn't here? Ah! I yelled, spinning around, looking for the source of that voice. Oh! He's not here? I met a familiar face, giving me a raised eyebrow. Breathing a sigh of relief, and I looked at the wolf. Sorry, you surprised me. I swear. There's a glimmer of his eyes, but all he does is simply nod. I see. He glanced at each other in a few moments, awkwardly shift my gaze downward as at the ground. You must be busy. Sorry to interrupt. As I looked back at the wolf and I noticed that he's raised his other eyebrows, slowly shakes his hand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And he glances at me and examining me, gripping the tighter arms, and Juuichi 10 finally looks at his side. It would make sense for you to come here since you are Mikisuki's friend. And save here just in case. And flinches and look back in the down floor. Maybe not anymore. I mumble under my breath, snapping my gaze upwards as Ten cleared his throat. At any rate, Mikisuki called this morning. He told me he won't be coming in today. It was vexing. Ten narrows down his eyes as he says that. He shivers slightly at the wolf's annoyed look. However, he quickly calms down and folds his arm. At least he managed to barely make the weight limit. The wolf looks at me squarely before giving me a nod. I have you to thank, Himura. The words make me blink. I stare at him with surprise. I wasn't expecting him to thank me for anything. I didn't really. He cut me off with a snort and take a shake of his hand. Don't try to deny it. I saw you at the festival. My eyes widen and I tense up, preparing for my end. If I am to be cut down, I don't want to. I want to go out honorably with my eyes open. Ten closes his eyes and seemingly think for a few moments. His eyes open again and glances to the other side. I notice you've been eating he's been eating some candy. I gulp and nod silently. The wolf stares at me, and though his expression seems less cautious, his eyes almost seem like to be smiling. But you took the initiative and prevented him from assuming any more. I know it must have been difficult, but in the end, you came through for him. And for me. Woo! Wow! I relax, realizing he isn't going to hurt me. Even so, my heart is still racing. I'm swallowing to bow my head and breaking our eye contact. Unable to think something to say, I look at him. I should probably get going. I don't want to interrupt your training. I awkwardly stare around the dojo, but it gives me a second thought. Ten stares at me for a moment and his expression seems to be cautious once more. A few moments later, he glances to the side and gives me a shake of his head. You don't have to go. I don't? I blink. The Ten just still isn't looking at me, though he seems to be thinking about what to say. Himura? Turn away from me, and the wolf looks back from his shoulder. If you like, we could converse. What does that mean? Oh my god, he is adorable. I stunned my face into his words, even more shaken to the blush of his cheeks. I would welcome the company. His invitation repeats in my head over and over. My stomach begins to flip-flops. I nod, following Ten's as he walks in the corner and sits down in a judo mat, moving next to the wolf, and I sit down beside him. He stares at me, and I find myself staring back. Our gaze remain locked with what he feels like an uncomfortably long time. The feeling warmth presses through me, and I let myself smile. At this, he takes my breath as he closes his eyes. Thank you. I smile, whitens, and I give him a nod, deciding I probably need to ask him something about him. Clear my throat. So, do you live around here? Slowly, she said. I live in Minasato. Being a branch of the family means that I have to live close near the family. I rub my back in his head and gives him a sheepish look. He shakes his head again. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's old tradition, but I am bound by nonetheless. Still, it does get a little lonely. Aww. I would imagine so, though. I blink my eyes in curiosity, getting the better of me. You don't live with your parents? For the first time, I see Ten flinch. It's an only sight, but he manages to catch it. They glance away, and he stares in front of him. Judging from the experience, he seems almost paid. My parents. He bows his head, and he stares into the floor. My parents died 4 years ago. My parents died 4 years ago. Aww. Aww. Oh, honey. I can't help but reach out the palm of his hand as the arm. Sadness filled me with his news. No wonder Ten is so rigid. I'm sorry, Ten. It's still not looking at me. He's still not looking at me. He shakes his head. It's in the past. Oh, Ten. Hearing his soft reply only hurts more. Gripping his arm lightly, still tighter, I ask a question that's on my mind. What happened? Wolf closes his eyes and take breath before opening them again. They were killed protecting the clan. What? And protecting me. My eyes were widened and I pull away from my hand. Someone killed his parents and he probably saw it. I can only imagine how that must have felt. Looking down at the floor, I shake my head. That's terrible, Ten. I'm sorry I made you recall such things. I look at him to only discover he turned his gaze to me. His eyes showed pain, but he slightly shakes his head. Don't be. I'm not. His cheeks grow warm as I break eye contact, and this looks a lot to take in. I taking a deep breath. I look back and look over him. It must be hard for you, though. Hesitating for a moment, the wolf simply nods. Our eyes meet again, and I can see something in his that I can't explain. It is. Though he said something that I can hear his words. Suddenly, my hand's on his. I'm reading fast. I must have moved it without realizing it. The comforting gesture, I give him a hand, light breeze squeeze, and I continue to look at each other. Himura. The wolf look away from closing his eyes. He pauses as he is concentrating. He blinks, noticing something. Is that a tear? Oh, man. Yep. 10. Can I hug him, please? Yes, it is. It's a small tear rolled down his cheek. Nobody knows the truth, with the exception of Master Iwo. With a small nod, I give his hand another gentle squeeze. I won't tell anyone, Ten. That's a promise. Ten looks back at me, and I can see his moisture build up his eyes. It makes me feel ashamed for causing him to break up his... And I'm back! I've been interrupted. I'm sorry. Storage. Ten looked at me with the moisture boiled of eyes, and the wolf was able to read and shakes his head. The wolf must be able to shake his head. Don't concern yourself over this. I choose to inform you. Aww. It seems like the right time. He moved my hand out under mine, and it reaches out to the fingers of the scar. A scar of his eye. All of his scars are result of failure of catching the swords during training, except for this one. I was almost killed that night, but my mother... Ten closes his eyes. It seems like he's trying to remember. He finally took a deep breath and to continue. She pulls me out of the way, but the tip of the blade still hit me. Barely missed my eye itself. My mother and father fought off the attack as best they could. His teeth clenches his tight and clawed, balling to his fist. But with me, they're a liability. They were overcome. My parents were struck down. But before he could get to me, I was safe. Letting his eyes open, Ten stares down in his hand. Relaxing them, his eyes gives a soft sigh. Since I've been interrupted, guys, I'm gonna have to cut the video again. And it just did, just there. Funny story. I'm trying to manage all my storage to make this video. Very professional, huh? Not really, I understand. But I'm doing my best, guys. Relaxing him, and he gives a soft sigh. Father. With the strength he had left. Raising his hand, Ten imitates throwing something. Stopped the assassin with a knife. Oh, the Kodori family was in danger. Oh, man. Blink shivering the little of the imagined events of his mind. Once more, Ten clenches into his hands and fists. I still remember Father's last word. The wolf stares at me again. Be always brave, my son. Aww. That touches my heart, though. And I have been. He tells me how Iwayo have taken care of the loose ends. Until his parents' assassination, he'd been taking his school lessons at home. Afterwards, he decided to enroll at school, which in turn led him to join the judo club. I want to ensure Master Shun's safety. I smile at that, giving a nod. I understand that. Suddenly I remember one of the questions from years ago, and I couldn't have helped thinking. I wonder why I never knew about you when we were younger. Shun and I used to play together all the time, but he never mentioned you. Looking at Ten's eyes for answer, I'm surprised when he frowns. Master Shun never met me until that incident. Ooh, interesting. So it's recent family. Interesting. Wow. By then you already left, although he didn't tell me of a human friend. Still frowning, the wolf lets his eyes down. Let me mine. I'm able to speak, but he gets cut off when he continues. From where I heard, when I hear, you didn't exactly have a happy parting. Flinching, I turned to look away. Memories 5 years ago surfaced my mind. Indeed, they weren't happy at all. No, we didn't. I paused, my chest tightening, remembering on how the days was. I didn't want to leave Minasato. Yeah, I don't want to leave this game either, honestly. Shun took it very hard. I thought he thought I was moving away because I didn't want to play with him anymore. I turned back into face and my eyes started to sting. When my father got a good job in Osaka, I was happy for him, but moving meant leaving all my friends behind. I begged my parents to let me stay, but I was told no. Remember the tears stained my face my friends made was all more difficult to say. I could feel my voice getting unsteady. Shun cried for the both of us, even though I was crying just as much. Tears threatened my form. I forced myself to deep my breath. Ken gives me a strange force of smile on his face. Our eyes met again, and his smile fades. However, he doesn't look away. Several moments pass, and I can see that he is trying to figure out something out. Eventually, he breaks the eye contact and nods. Your eyes tell the truth. My smile's on my face. This time, it's real. After a few moments, awkward silence, we begin to talk more about our past. We were having a tragic past off. And it turns out 10-1, the tragic past off because, oh my god, I want to hug him more. Time seemed to pass the blink of an eye. Afternoon, the sun shines in the windows. As I bathe to the glow, Ten turns to me to look. Himura. I blinked, turning his face to him. He ponders a moment and then finally glancing away. Sorry. Again he blinked, not expecting an apology. For what, though? I find myself scratching the back of my head in confusion. What for? He looks at me again and seemingly in annoyance. You seem to be going through a lot. If yesterday is going... You seem to be going through a lot lately. Aww. It's okay, though. Akira will manage. I will manage, too. Because you have it more rough than I do, Ten. Ten has it more rough, honestly. You seem to be going through a lot lately. If yesterday is anything go by. I saw a nod slowly. I'm wondering where he's going with this. I burned you with painful memories. It made you remember when you moved away. Additionally, you came here to see Mikasuki, but I took up all your time. No. Honestly, you did nothing wrong, Ten. You're too kind. You're fine, Ten. It's okay. Juuichi? I almost forgot about that I came to speak to him, but with determined coming up, it wouldn't be right to impose myself on him. With a sigh, I looked down on the floor. If Master Shun were here now, he would rightfully scold me. No, he would not. I had to make sure my recording works. Sorry, guys. If Master Shun was here now, he would rightfully scold me. Blink in my eyes and chuckle and shake my head. I do have a lot in my mind, but I mean to stare with my own. I'm glad you were able to talk. I was able to get to know you better. Yeah, I really did, and I'm grateful. I hope I get to talk to him more, and I will. After I come back from the library again. And it's a Halloween day for me. His eyes surprised and stayed from protesting. He mere nods. Stretching it, I slowly stand up and look. Wolf's looking at me. You are leaving? Nodding again with it towards the door. I see. Turning to glance at the back of him, sitting on the map, and he started staring down at the floor at me. Strangely sad. I feel sad, but I don't know why. He glanced back at me and he takes a deep breath. Determined 2 days at Kazunari Martial Arts League. Maybe you would like to spectate? I open my mouth, but no words come. The Tin just asked me to. And the invitation repeats in my head, and I finally manage to make an honest response. I can't promise anything, but if I can't make it... Once more, I hesitate, thinking of what exactly to say. Amazing, the words seem to come off easily. Give it your all. I believe in you. His expression changed, and he seemed surprised. Even with the light of the afternoon sun, I'm aware of the shaded reds of his cheek. His tail seems to be wagging slightly. Like Shun! Oh, bless, he is a cute! I knew it. Every scary wolf is like a cute puppy deep down. Turning his stare away from me, the wolf looks at me in the store there. Thank you, Himura. I bow respectfully, and that wolf looks at me again. As our eyes met, as he stared in my soul with no glare this time. Bidding him farewell, I make my way to the door. I open it, and by pause, looking at my shoulders, I see the wolf staring after me. For some explained reason, I felt warm again. Smiling, I walk through the door, and letting me close the door, sigh. I make my way to the bus stop. I time manage, I make it to the bus arrives. As soon as I head back to me and Sato, I'm suddenly thinking of 10. And it has been a puzzling amount of times. Thinking back earlier, my cheeks were warmed up. Learned a great deal about him. Upset I couldn't see Juuichi today. Speaking of 10 is the least I made today not to feel like a waste. But the question is, that won't leave my mind is, why do I feel strange? I remember... Oh, there's 10. Alright. I'm gonna read him later. I'll be right back, guys. Because I have library for Halloween stuff. And I'm back. I'm gonna read it in Ten's voice. I remained staring at the dojo for several moments before looking down from the floor. His words were echoed over and over in my mind. Give it your all. Give it your all. I believe in you. A sudden warmth radiates throughout my body, and I noticed that stomach seems to be that feels strange. My chest feels oddly tight, and I'm overcome by the sensation of longing. At the same time, a strange sadness seems to come over me. If only you were able to stay, Himura. Aww. Over the past few days, he seems to be occupying my thoughts more and more. These strange sensations started yesterday at the shrine. No, that isn't right. They began last week when I saw him at a Bon festival. I said harsh words to him, but in reality, I was captivated of how he looked in his yukata. He's another tsundere just like Juuichi. No wonder they're best friends, because they have that in common. They look harsh on the inside, and they look like strong men that will beat you to the pole, but they are cuddly as fuck deep down. Himura, I want him to remain with me. I want to remain with him. The strange feeling of me intensifies as I remember that high night. I almost abandoned my duty, and that unsettles me. My heart skips a beat. Remember the interactions I had with that human ever since meeting him. The warmth I feel becomes an intense heat. Once more, I direct the attention to the doors, closing my eyes, and I breathe out a sigh. I contemplate our earlier conversation. And in fact, I told him about my tragic past. Oh, it's sad, but it's kind of funny too. I like how it's pointed. Is he kind of a little spoof of those characters with that I have a tragic backstory kind of character, you know? I know there are a few characters like that, but I can't say who, you know? Maybe because I don't want to necessarily risk spoilers, but there's always those type of archetypes. And Ten, he is great so far, and I love him. Why did I do that? Do what? My eyes snapped with a jolt, whipping as hard stare in direction of my voice. Extremely rare for me to be caught off so guard. As I give my assailant a death glare, the rabbit shrinks back a little. Oh, it's your kendo friend. I'm sorry, Ten-sensei. I didn't mean to. Don't punch me. Sorry. What was it? How did I say it again? I'm sorry, Ten-sensei. I didn't mean to. Don't strangle me unless you want to. Please. I feel myself relax. As I regard my underclassmen. Guilt creeps over me as I shake my head. There's nothing to be sorry about. I wasn't paying attention. I let my glare fade and I look up to him. There's something you needed? In response, I receive a shake of my head and in response, I receive a shake of my head and a slight smile. I just wanted to thank you for the tips and wish you good luck in the tournament. I'll be cheering for both of you and Senpai. I nodded my head and I turned, gazed forward before closing my eyes, concentrating. I look forward to seeing you there too. You work hard today, Matsuda. I shall lock up, so don't burden yourself by waiting for me. I keep my eyes closed as my underclassman bids me farewell. When he leaves, I open my eyes once more. I'm alone. I try to focus, but my mind drifts back to Himura and his parting words. Again, the strange feeling swells up. Why do I keep thinking of him? Why does my heart ache when we part ways? Why does my heart go doki doki? Baka! Why does my soul scream out for him? It isn't as if I like him or anything, Baka! Yes, he is. We love a cute tsundere, man. Suddenly I met a startling realization. Oh! It cuts through me like a hot knife through butter. Oh my god. Oh my god. I understand it now. Is it love? Woo? Oh my god. It's so cute. A strange feeling in Himura has evoked for me, in fact. Love. Morenatsu Revisited. Ooh, it's so cute, guys. I love Ten even more now. Day 29th of August 29th in the nighttime. Nothing makes sense anymore to me anymore. Over the past couple of days, my feelings seem to contradict one another. Yesterday seemed quite alright today. However, I've been feeling nothing but sadness and pain. I feel somewhat trapped. Much as I love my grandparents, I need to get out of this house and clear my head. Slowly, I get out of my bed and I get dressed. I peer out of my room and walking to the coast is when the coast is clear. I quietly walk out, the door open to slip outside. I'm quiet as possible, and I walk out in the door and I'm grown familiar with. I walk down to the dirt path and I find myself approaching the bus stop. Almost immediately, I am assaulted with memories of the bear I came to fall in love with. Get a grip, Akira. Honking the bus and horn shake me the thoughts, and the door open and the driver stares at me. Do you think he left the house during the night to get off his obsession with Juuichi, and also today he's also thinking about Tin too? I was about to think, why did he leave? I think he's just overthinking. That's probably why he went out, if I had to guess. It happens. The bus heading to Kodori is the last bus for today, so you want to go hop on in. I blink nod. I get the bus, paying my fare and taking a seat. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Same. I don't know why I'm going to Kazunari. Me neither. What could I hope to find there? Do you want to meet 10? It's okay if you do. I know you want to talk to Juuichi one more time. I know I would don't want things to end in a bitter note and for Juuichi, just so I can spend time with 10, but if that's how the story seems like it's gonna go, and it's gonna be making me sad, perhaps I need to change the scenery. Before I'm aware of it, the bus has arrived in Kazunari. I press the button and watch as the driver pulls the bus stop to the stop. The bus opened and the bus driver stared me back at his shoulder. Here we are in Kazunari. Please take care when departing the bus. I nod and make the leave, but the driver stops me. Hey kid, are you okay? Looking over at the driver, I force a smile and nod. I'm fine. I just have a lot in my mind. I've been thinking too much. Oh, I skipped dialogue. I leave the bus, walking slowly out and aimlessly around Kazunari in the dark and gloomy. All I can hear is all sorts of sounds. After a bit of aimless wandering, I feel myself turning into an alley. Oh no! Darker in the main street and it's not very lit. Under normal circumstances, I would avoid such a place. But the circumstances are anything but normal, aren't they? I can't walk any further. Dropping my knees and my tears freely flow in my eyes and my heart stinging. I wrap my arms around myself, sobbing uncontrollably. I feel cold. I feel lost in despair. I feel so empty. Yeah. How it goes sometimes. Aw, kid, what's up with the tears? I snap with a gaze in my sounding voice. A trio of hyenas. Oh my god! Wearing hoods approach me and they smirk at me. Yeah, what breaks you? Such a cutie like you down by here. Third hyena looks hungry for my direction. Let's give a soft snicker. There is an unpleasant leer in his face. Look at that. It seems like Ryota's taking a liking to you. Oh my, whoa. Oh, whoa! Is this karma for Akira, though, and Hiroyuki? Because he was being a creep to the boys, but now there's 3 creeps after him? As it confirmed, his friend's words, Ryota continues stalking me towards licking his lips. Oh my god! I seen enough furry hentai to know where this is going. Unable to hide my fears, I stumble my feet and back away. Unfortunately, I find myself back into the wall and boxed in, and there's no escape for me to escape now. Please, I don't want any trouble. This brings a chuckle. That's my hyena voice. I don't know if I got it right. The advancing hyenas who are getting closer and closer. Ooh, I gotta see if there's fan fiction about this though. That'd be wild. Did you hear this, guys? He doesn't want any trouble. We won't give you any. Just a little date, baby. If you give us some money and let us do what we want with you, what do you say, kid? Oh my lord, guys. I lower my gaze to the ground and take a deep breath and... Somebody help! Ugh! I drop to the ground, my stomach feeling like it's a fire. Although its vision is a little blurry, I know Riona standing over me growling, Unwise, I will enjoy breaking you. Oh god. His accent is foreign, but his use of words is broken. I know the feeling. Before I could think on the matter, the three hyenas were converge on me. Their shoes thumped harshly on my sides. Oh God! I feel my tugging in my clothes, but before it turned and battered and bruised that body. Oh! The alpha male will save us. The true king will save us. Oh my god. Oh. Halt your vile activities at once, or your head will become on the ground. Let me try it again. Halt with your vile activities at once, or your head will become one with the ground. Oh, will he decapitate them? Holy shit. I would recognize that voice there anywhere. Straining, and I looked up at him weakly. Ten-kun, help me. His eyes met mine, and then for a moment I could feel strange kind of softness within, and I never seen from before. It vanishes too quickly as he narrows once again in a familiar death glare, and I come to know to fear. However, it's not directed at me, but at my assailants. Oh, the man candy will save us. Yes. Yeah, what are you gonna do about that? Fucking idiots, he's a martial artist. The leader of the three takes a step back, suddenly noticing who he's dealing with. Panicking, he pulls up the switchblade, and he pulls it out at 10. Big mistake. Ooh, don't mess with a fucking black belt. Like him. Let me see if he has a black belt. Oh yeah, he does have a black belt. Look at that. He is... You don't fuck with this guy ever. I watched the big gray wolf, the huge big sexy wolf, close his eyes and take a breath. Yari yari. When his eyes open and he stares down with the armed hyena, suddenly he moves. He is so quick and I barely am able to see him. In a swift move and a knockdown and blade in the hyena's hand. And the next thing, the tense muscular form grappling at the attacker, throwing him over the shoulder. Woo! It reminds me so much of how Juuichi throws Tora, but it's more brutal, isn't it? Juuichi, Tora. Think about this too, makes my heart clench. Tora confessed my love for me, and I rejected him. I told Juuichi about my feelings, and they were just harshly rejected. You reject him, Juuichi rejects you. That's honestly, Juichi's route was good written, but adding that with 10 was genius. I wonder though, because of that, if they could add 10's route to Juichi's route, I wonder how many boys they could add to different routes in Homecoming if they completed it. Like maybe Akira from Tatsuki's route, or maybe there's a lot to think about, you know. if things don't go work out, you know? There's a lot of ways it could turn out to be. All I've been doing is feeling sorry for myself, but now... Whoa. Hold on a second. Can't we just talk? Ah! Nope! You upset the king, and now he must crush you to death. He must bench press you to death. I brought out my thoughts by Ten, throwing out yet another of my attackers. The last Ryota is standing before me. He pauses as he weighs off his options. He finally grunts his teeth and glares. Utterly defeated, must retreat. Ryota turns tail and flees. What a pussy. I had a feeling, though. Leaving me alone with Ten and two unconscious hyenas, I stare with him with my tears. You are safe now, Himura, but I must ask you why you come to Kazunari late at night. The tournament ended a few hours ago. I would have surely thought you were more perspicuous about than that if you came to see Mikazuki. As mentioned, Juuichi's last name, my tears begin to flow once again. My head turned into a fist, and I look away, not wanting to be seen in a pitiful state. The usual imposing gray wolf looking down at me with a raised eyebrow. Perhaps you could tell me what troubles you if it may help. I glance again and shakes. He glances around and shakes his head, but not out here. Come inside. Tim walks nearby the door and he opens it, holding it open, and he ushers inside. I'm not about to refuse him, especially since he saved me from those thugs. Taking a few breaths and then calm down, and I hear inside. Aw. Yeah, I feel touched. Oh my god. When we were both inside, Ten closes his doors behind me and locks it, and it glances I glances around and we notice that we are in a high school dojo. I realize nobody else is here inside for me and Ten. Before I could say anything, I feel my hand rest gently on my shoulder. Himura, tell me what's going on. No. Does anything have to do with... Does this have anything to do with Mikazuki-san changing mood? I flinch once again, and when I hear that name again, like before, the wave of emotion sweep under, and I'm unable to hold back my tears. I clutch onto my strong wolf for dear life, and between the sobs, I tell him what happened. Fall in love with Juuichi. Tell him my feelings, even though the part of me, or I almost raped Juuichi, and before coming to my senses. Entire time, I feel like his eyes were very cautious, watching me. Finally, in the end, his sighs. Let me see if I understand. You were feeling this way because Mikazuki rebunked your feelings, is that correct? The pain that returns, and I meekly nod. Seeing me like this, he pulls me into an embrace. Huh? I'm gonna hear what Ten has to say about what Akira almost did. Ten holds me close, gently massaging my back with my shoulder with a strong hand. The warmth, I only felt it just once before, but when I was with Juuichi. So why does it feeling now with Ten of all people? Because Ten is like Juuichi, but is a lot like Juuichi, but actually Ten is a little different from Juuichi too. I'm not sure. I'm feeling like I like this feeling returning, especially since I met him a handful of times. Not to mention the glare with which chills me to the core. It's okay, Himura. You can unleash your despair. No one here has to witness it. It's strange how he's willing to forgive me, though. Especially since Akira basically almost essayed Juuichi, pretty much. And Ten would behave the same way. No. I mean, Ten would... I'm surprised Ten is not destroying us for that. I'm not used to seeing this tenderness from him. I was expecting a tense scolding. He whispered softly in my ear, and his warm breath tickling it. Mikazuki has turned down a great prize, a friend who cares for him deeply. He would allow himself to feel this pain. I'm surprised I'm comforted by Ten's words, despite their meaning, as if to let him know my comfort. I hold him tighter, and pressing my face in his torso. My eyes tears fall, but I'm no longer sobbing. I can't help to notice the scent. It reminds me of the forest through the mix of the smell of the sweat. The comfort of me surprisingly well. I stare at him, and I meet his eyes, like before, they weren't cold. His gaze lingers with like eternity. Slowly feels like he's leaned down. My eyes automatically closing as he moves in. I feel his lips pressed against mine. Already? Oh wow, this is quick, guys. Ten's really here for the rebound, isn't he? Oh my god. Clutching again, and I find myself kissing back. Oh gosh. Oh my. We hold a kiss a few moments before parting, and softly my eyes slowly opening again. Are you truly okay with this with me? Oh my god. He really is for the rebound. He's like, fine, if Juuichi doesn't want you, I'm gonna take you for myself. I find myself nodding at him with a shy smile on my face, and it closes my distance between us, and it kisses me again. A feeling courses through me, and I parted my lips, allowing his tongue to evade my mouth. Scandalous. The great wolf plunders my mouth in his simple taste. Feeling suddenly breathless, I break into the kiss, and I only stare away blushing. 10? His yellow eyes meet mine, causing my heart to skip a beat. Yes, Himura. My heart skipped another beat, and I place my hand on his chest. Firstly, please call me Akira. Handsome Wolf gives me a curt response. We spend the next few moments in a silence, and I take it as a cue for a moment. Secondly, I trail off and move my hands in the gi, heart pounding my chest. I can feel myself get aroused. I can't hide the fast of my chest in embarrassment. Suddenly, I feel a sensual tug in my shirt, tear up, and Ten looks back before turning away. Ooh! I barely fainted to see the crimson train peak. I realize he's blushing too. He begins to walking around the judo map, removing his clothing. Oh, now I only see his Fudoshi. I blush deeper, and I remember when I first saw him like this. Oh my god, he is beautiful. Holy shit. He is fucking gorgeous. Oh man, he's only wearing his Fujoshi. I blush deeper when I remember when I first saw him like this. Zen tears at me, and with his shoulder raising an eyebrow. Are you sure? Is he okay? Really okay? I know what this is leading to, but my body quivers with anticipation. And then expresses changes, and it's almost like he's smirking at me. It's like I'm reading out of a fan fiction without any development or anything. It's honestly, I like this, but at the same time, it was moving quick for story-wise, you know. And it's only short time, you know. I know they met before in the changing locker room where Juuichi, where he's trying to return to jacket to Juuichi, but it's like yeah, it's right in front of us this whole time, though. You gotta pay attention to a moment. He turns his face to me, and his mischievous gleam in my eyes. He pulls me close, and I can feel his warmth. Akira, I've never been more certain of anything. Ooh. Oh my god, though. It's like he's also kind of talking to me and all of his... and Frostclaw and everyone. Basically talking to... Well, Frostclaw wrote this route, at least. Holy shit, though. You know the feeling when you see a man and he makes you weak in the knees? That's the moment here. Like his aura right there, his yellow eyes and his golden wolf eyes, I mean. And it's just like, he could break me and he would do it the right way. Holy crap. My breath catches his throat, and before I realize it, I'm removing my clothes. Oh wow. I give a slight shiver and my air conditioner blows a cool breeze through my naked flesh. I stare lustfully at the wolf at me. He embraces me. I can't help but be surprised at this warm feeling against me. Gently playing with his chest fur. I leaned up hungrily as he meets up halfway, and his lips capturing mine in a passionate kiss. Oh my god. Kinky. So kinky. I like this. But I have to cut the video right quick because I'm gonna need a little take a break, and then I'm gonna finish the second part where I knew I'm gonna have to censor, and this is also the finale, which means I'll have to look at all the photos and maybe show some music if I have the time, or if I can do it without creating problems. This is beautiful, guys. I love this. I'm back. This is gonna be inappropriate, guys, and I knew this would be an 18+ video. Kind of. Well, I'd be censoring it anyways, but... Gently playing his chest fur, I lean up hungry and he meets out lips halfway, lips capturing mine with a passionate kiss. I'm vaguely aware that I've been sent backwards, gently landing on a soft mat. It's cold on my skin. I shiver, but I stare up to 10. I feel my body begin to warm once again. 10. My voice comes out, husky whisper, and as I watch him carefully, he slowly removes his Fudonshi, exposing himself to me. Ooh. Wow. I swallow instinctively. He's better than I remember. My fucking god. He is gorgeous as hell. Holy crap. I already knew that, but wow. I just had to take it in to see his beauty, guys. I'm sure a lot of you will agree. 10 is gorgeous. So big. He doesn't respond. Instead, he lowers himself, and he's on top of me. His hunger's meeting my desire as he locks once more. The handsome wolf moves his face down, licking at my wounds. I wince as he immediately stops and stares at me again. Akira, are you absolutely certain you're okay with this? Yes. Honestly, I would be comfortable with a man like him. Again, I swallow, nodding without hesitation. Receive the beginning of a smile as he nods back and continues to lap my torso. I gulp as he gives a low growl, carefully inspecting one of my bruises. Oh my god, he is fucking amazing. I should never have shown them mercy. Ooh! You mean the hyenas? I reach up in his face and grab his face in my hands and bring his lips in mine, breaking a kiss. Moment later, looking at him through the tough gaze. It's okay, 10. I'm here, and I'm yours. The words surprised me, easy for me to say, even though with my slight embarrassment. I take a deep breath and shove myself forward with my hot breath pressing in 10's generously sized length. I couldn't hold myself any longer, and I take it in my mouth. Ten's expression changes to an instant. His eyes closed, but I can hear him give a soft moan. That was so sexy. Ooh. I swirl my tongue around his shaft and chuckle gently. His fingers feed through my hair and he grips me carefully. I'm amazed how turned on this is making me. Akira. The way he gasps my name makes me tremble. And as if my name alone gets him off. I suddenly pull away from the wolf and he looks down at me hungrily. I want to. The way he hesitates is so cute. I look at him panting slightly. He goes off the soft shade of pink, glancing away from me. I mean, I should be honored if you would accept me. Yes. No, I should be honored to be accepted by you. That's the thing. I can't help but chuckle. Still so formal. The wolf silently clears his throat and looks back at me with the fire of his eyes as if the first time I met him. I want to put it inside you. Oh wow, this is moving too fast, guys. If that's okay with you. Oh my god. Small role, but he's still amazing. Shuffle back, looking back from him with a warm smile, nodding, shyly glance to the side. It's okay if it's you. For the first time ever, I see an actual smile on Ten's face. It warms my heart as he nods down at me. Very well, I shall begin. Ooh, this is beautiful. This is censorship. This is a genuine good censorship. Because the way he's doing it too. You see how it's censored? He positioned himself as he pressed it against his entrance. I put it in now. The next thing I know, Ten is pushing inside me. I feel myself stretching mercilessly and towards my organs. Ooh! My eyes closed and I clutch his arms. The wolf takes his hint and he leans down, capturing his lips with mine. The kiss feels like it's more than before. Suddenly, the kiss is broken as Link's push inside of me. Akira, I'm sorry, did I hurt you? No, you're great. He's super caring and he's so sweet too. Look at that face though. He is seriously beautiful. Inside and out. And his scars and his mind and his intenseness and his masculinity. He's the MVP of everything, isn't he? I moisten my lips and I shake my head. No, it felt wonderful. His eyes met mine once again and I could see the hunger it shows in him. It reminds me of a song I once heard. I'm suddenly aware of the meaning. It's certainly very fitting of the moment. Ten gives a slight smile, making the cheeks flush again. Tell me what the song is referencing to. I can't think of any song based on this, but if other than Hosky Two Toys, but if there's any song I could think about, but I could think of one song called "Hunger" from Monsters and Men. He really needs to do it more often. Akira, I apologize if I'm rough with you. I've never done this before. Wow! Holy crap! And he's doing excellent too. This man is full of confidence. Amazing. It's insane level of confidence. Holy shit. I guess he's born to be quite a man, isn't he? Holy shit. Oh my god. Ten, I think you did it. I think you're getting up there to my husbando pole. Revolution of his only virginity serves to fire me up. I lean and kiss him and I met halfway. Ten breasts Ten's lips brush against mine, and he gives me a sudden thrust. Our kiss broken, and I let out the gas. My legs wrap around his waist. Ten, it feels so big inside of me. The wolf looks down at me, burning with mine. He licks his lips before running down and murmuring into my ear, "I'm gonna move now. Please endure it." Ooh! And with those words, he begins thrusting. And my eyes gets grip, his arms tighter. Ted! He growls in excitement, and I cry out to him to thrust deeper and getting deeper. I never felt anything so wonderful in my life. I can't help but shudder as I feel his tongue in his face, in the nape of his neck. With someone without experience, Ten certainly seems to know exactly what he's doing. He probably read a lot about it. Holy shit, that is beautiful. He must be purely instinctual. Not that I'm complaining. Ooh, it's not always about it's always about the technique. It's always about the technique. The wolf bucks his hips harder, faster, drawing out in gasps from me. Oh, faster, Ted! Another low growl as he increases his speed. Suddenly, I experience nirvana. One particular nudges against my prostate. Oh my god, is that a reference? Is that the band he's talking about? Oh my god. Again, I see stars with my wolf. Looks down at me with a predatory grin on his face. He adjusts the thrusting, so he repeatedly bumps against the same area. Oh, Ted! My legs tighten around his waist. Ooh! And I pull him down, kiss me again. He obliges, and my heartbeat quickens. Our kiss is primal, and with a raw, unyielding passion. Ten, what is in the break into the kiss suddenly, softly into my ear. Akira, forgive me. I can't hold back any longer. Don't then. His thrust becomes faster and more shallow. I'm forced to gasp as his hand reaches down and grips my arousal. He starts stroking it time in his thrust. I can feel his cock pulse inside me, sending the tremors down my spine. If he keeps this up, I'm going to. I gasp as a familiar sensation through my body. Ooh, oh my god! And the angry, not so angry. It's just grinning. It's just like he's just. Oh my god! Wow. I can't take it. Ten, I'm gonna. My muscles tighten around him, and I reach my peak. Ten gives another low growl as I can feel his cock twitch. I'm going to. Okay, here it comes. Thrust quickens, and I'm spilling myself onto our chest. He gives the last deep thrust. I feel him erupt before I know it. That the wolf howls in the climax. Woo! He'll be like, oh! Emptying his hot seat inside of my insides. Wow, that would be wild. He leans down and he nips my exposed neck, and it caused me to give me a surprised gasp. Oh, he is nipping the neck. It shows he's the alpha male, and he's doing it in a loving way. Tin looks at me with a guilty expression, with a merely smile back at him. I lean up and kiss him before falling back in his mat beneath him. Holy shit, that's beautiful. Akira, are you okay? More than okay. Holy crap. I would go crazy. I continue smiling at him, giving him a nod. I never felt better in my life, Ten. He returns the smile as my own, and I can't help but reach up in the face and caressing his cheek. The gray wolf leans down, making sure make sure not to hurt me, whispering in my ear, I want to ask you to be mine, Akira. Fuck yes. You know what? I'm late in the game, and you might have a short round, but you are part of the husbando pull. You're part of the husbando pull. You're in my harem now, Ten. You're gonna be in my fucking harem, Ten. My heart literally skips a beat before I begin pounding it once again. He said softly and so innocently, it takes me surprised. I'm lost of words, but Ten continues talking. You can tell me next time you visit. You could tell me next time you visit. I will wait for you. So he knew my inner turmoil. He is being considerate of my feelings. My heart beats faster and I wrap my arms around him. Okay, Ten. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. I affectionately cling to him and he holds me back. I lean up and kiss him, and it is a tender, innocent kiss, but one that lingers, pulling back from the kiss, and I nuzzle into his chest. Ooh! Nuzzle on his bar titties. That's what it is. His pecs. Soft and fluffy, and all the muscles and the nips. That is very hot, though. He is, wow, what a stud. Sorry I missed the tournament. Ten places his finger on his lips, honestly shaking his head as he did. Given the circumstances, I don't think apology is necessary, Akira. Ooh. Like when he does the finger on my lips thing. I pull back and stare in his eyes. There's a question nagging in my mind. Who won? Obviously it's him. In the way his cheeks redden slightly cute, he shifts in his glance inside and he gives a small smile. I did. Fuck yeah, I knew it. He turned and proceeded me to tell about the events of the tournament. He sounded pretty intense in the get-go, but then Mikazuki, he was defeated in the first round. He was so distracted to focus, I made him too many rookie mistakes. I had to enter the tournament, effecting a face-off against him. I was unable to consider forfeiting, but the Grey Wolf leans in and murmurs the ear, and the breath has once again tickling me. I remember what you said to me the last we saw one another. My cheeks become bright red as I repeat those words I said to him. Give it your all. I believe in you. He nods, nuzzling my cheek. Ooh! Before moving back, looking down again, he's still giving me a beginning smile. With your words like that spur me on. I had to keep going. I had to win. For me. Oh my God. I reach up again and I pull him down as we kiss again. And I can't help but keep a huge sense of happiness, and I'm able to contribute to his victory. Though suddenly across my mind, however, I break into a kiss. 10. I glance around the mess to be made and glimmers. How are we going to clean this up? He closes his eyes, his 10 furrows, his brow giving a sigh. I haven't thought of that. I love him, even though he's the most serious out of all of us. He's still cute. He's just a cute, goofy boy like the rest of them. He belongs with the Minasata boys. He belongs with us. He belongs with the crew. After he leans up, Ten brought me back to my grandparents' home. I had to apologize for profusely to them, especially since I left without notice. How could you leave without telling us? We were about to call the police, young man. I lower my gaze on the ground. Suddenly, I feel a soft squeeze my shoulder and I hear Ten's voice speak. Akira regrets his actions. It would seem that he's been feeling a bit depressed and he had to clear his mind. Ten continues to explain what happened, obviously leaving out the part where it takes out everything I had to blush. As he recounts my rescue. I want to be sure he wasn't seriously injured before bringing him home. Please forgive our late arrival. My grandparents thank the wolf, but their words go largely unheard by me. All I can focus on is Ten. I look up at him and see his eyes, and I can't help but smile. Me neither. And for being best husbando, Ten, mwah, you get a kiss too. He glances. His glance meets mine in a moment, and I think I see him blush, but I blink as he is back to his usual stoic expression. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a card, handing out his grandmother. He gives a slight smile. Let me know if Akira needs anything. My grandparents look at each other and he nods before bowing to the wolf. Ten respectfully bows back. Ooh! Now that's a man to take home to the family. Holy crap. Good night. Good night. He turns to leave and clears his throat, causing him to stop. Thank you for everything, Ten. It means a lot. He doesn't say a word. He gives a slight blush in his face and gives his tail wagging as he nods as he walks off the night. Oh my god, he's beautiful and cute! He is so cute, guys! I hate this is short, though! Oh! I want to do more Ten's route for this. And I know it's only the short end of it. Oh, man. As I close the door and inside, my grandparents fuss over me some more. I apologize many times, but my grandparents simply hugs me. Oh, they were just worried. We sit down and talk for a while. My grandmother's comfort me while I tell her my summer. I tell her about how I fell for Juuichi and it only got rejected. At least for her to tell me the story of a heartache in her youth. Oh my god! They get it. Oh my. Well, that means they accept Akira and Hiroyuki. Oh my god. Base grandparents. Oh my god. You'll get through it, Akira. You're a strong young man. My grandfather nods in agreement. Having a broken heart may seem like the end of the world, but it's not, is it? But it's merely another part of life. I love the Hiroyuki family. I love his grandparents. They're great people now. I want to hug them now. Nice old people, you know? I nod, give a smile. My grandparents bid me goodnight, and I retired to bed. I decided to do the same, and I head to my room. I change into my pajamas, and I lower myself in the futon. My bruises and aches, wings. But I almost remembered the strong gray arms around me. I smile with my eyes closed, and this time I dream about Ten. I sigh. Oh, there's Ten. I sigh around to bend a gentle night breeze blowing through my fur. Walking around the lonely road, I looked at the sky, and the stars twinkle down at me, dazzling through their beauty. Akira. I suddenly remember of the human I love, and the cheeks that become warm, or the fox I love if I get homecoming, as Ten should get a homecoming route too. I think there should be a good multitude of best boys in this game in homecoming. I hope the people who do it get ready to make a good remake of it, you know? I can't wait until they do Torihiko's and then do Ten's route, and then do Kyoji and Staro's, and Shun's, and literally everyone. They should do everyone. I hope I can, and well, everyone that seems like that should have a route. Anyways, my entire body quivers in the memory we shared earlier. Better than I imagined. I never thought of I would allow myself to feel love. It's always felt like a foreign concept to it always felt like a foreign concept to me. It's because you didn't find the right men in your life. Because you were super lonely, and also it's a conservative town in Japan. It's not every day you see a small town boy that was also raised in this town who moved away and who moved back in town, and you meet him. I feel for Ten though. Oh my god. My family are okay, but I'm saying I feel for Ten for his heart, you know? Just being stuck in a town. Then again, I had once been interested in Mikitsuki. It isn't the same though. Ooh. Oh my god, Ten is also into Juuichi. Oh my god. They have so much poly stuff going on. I don't know how to feel about that. It's depending on how you look at it, but it's a shipping pool, guys. And it's fun for me to get into now. I remind myself the difference in my emotions. Mikitsuki intrigued me. He and I shared an intense rivalry, but a powerful friendship. Was I only interested in him because we were rivals? At the same time, I cast aside the idea rather quickly. I had never thought he was like that. But Akira, I felt a small smile tug at my lips as the human come into my mind once more. He made me feel something powerful than you already are. He makes you extra powerful. Oh my god, doesn't he? And it makes me feel things for you. This makes me feel, guys. Something I want to continue feeling. Before long, residents come to view, and I walk towards it. My heart fluttered even if I approach the door. Unlocking it, I step inside. I close my door behind me and I stare around the dark, empty room. Even in the darkness, I know where I'm going. My house has been kept same since the night. I'm home. Oh, it's like the Japanese when they say, it's like the Japanese, like, I'm home. Let me look up the Japanese word for I'm home. Tadaima. I think I heard that in some animes. Tadaima. I usually close my eyes, imagine my parents welcoming me home. Oh, can I hug this sweet puppy? Tonight, however. Welcome home, Ten. Doctor's voice again greets me in my mind. My cheek instantly will go warm. The human really have a hold of my heart. I let myself smile, slowly approaching the desk, flickering my switch, and the desk lamp comes to my life, casting a soft glow of my light of my room. The smile of my face suddenly fades, and I realize the sad truth. I will not be able to meet you before you leave. I close my eyes with leaving a heavy sigh. Tomorrow night is the meteor shower. Shaking my head, I place my hand in a desk, lay my eyes slowly open. Oh, it's the only one we don't see the meteor shower for. Oh my god, this is gonna make me cry. Oh my god. And Torihiko is too. Everyone needs a meteor shower ending. That's what makes the ending good. And a good goodbye kisses and all that. I'll be busy all tomorrow, and Akira will be leaving me to the day after. I suddenly moisturized my trails before my left cheek. Absolutely, I reached my hand and wiping my tears so that I know are falling. I wish I could have all the time to bid you farewell. Glancing down my desk, my eyes behold my few sheets of my blank paper, and ink well with a paintbrush, and nearly nearby. It's like calligraphy, like the traditional Japanese, you know? It makes sense, though. He's a dojo master, and it's a traditional Japanese home. It's basically those traditional homes, you know, in the conservative towns, in small towns, right? It's typically there, but you have to sit in your knees, and then you write it in your ancient kanji. It's beautiful, though. Look at this game, making me riled up. And this music's beautiful, though. My movements are automatic. Before I know it, I'm writing a letter, a love letter. Thank you. I will wait for you to return. Please look after yourself. Just like the rest of them said. An array of feelings swells inside me as I look down and writing something catches my attention. Blushing that I realize has drawn my heart after the message. Lifting the letter in my hand, I gently presses my paper in my chest, closing my eyes once more. I will miss you, Akira. I will miss you too, Ten. I'm gonna miss you forever, knowing that Revival won't have your route. But it's not anyone's fault, though, because Frostclaw added that in Revisited version, but I'm worried that he might not be there in Homecoming. And Ten really does deserve it, too. Hell, any good boy deserves a good route. This game reminds me that this game's full of good boys, all of them. Opening my eyes once again, I carefully folded it. I'm aware that the fold is more traditional. I'm aware that my fold is more of a traditional style, but I want to make this look important as he is to me. I think it's good to have a good man like that, you know, in your own life that cares so much for you. Carefully, I placed the letter down onto the desk, dipping the paintbrush into the nearby rinse, as well gingerly cleaning the residual paint from the bristles. I replaced the lid of the ink and returned the paintbrush in the stand. It is done. I swear, if he knows what emoticons is, I feel like he would use it, and he would be the most buff, scary man with a heart of gold. I love a man of a heart of gold of every type. All I want to remains now is to ensure Akira obtains the letter. Again, a slight smile returns to my lips. I know exactly how to ensure he receives it. Switching off the desk lamp, I retreat to my bedroom. I gently remove my clothing, put on my jinbei. Ooh, what's that? Ooh! I looked it up, guys. Jinbei. It's like a yukata, kind of. It's so beautiful, though. Oh, it's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Beautiful. And I found a web page for Japanese style fundoshis, guys. I'm gonna look that up later now. Placing my gi into the nearby wash basket, I climbed into bed. It's a traditional Japanese bed. You know, it's like a sleeping bag, kind of. He really is conservative, isn't he? But I think I opened his world, didn't I? And that's what makes it beautiful. I close my eyes and I see his face in mind. I smell his scent in the wind. I feel his skin against mine. For the first time in 4 years, my dreams will be good. Day 31 of August 31. That's it. The time to say goodbye has finally arrived. Thankfully, my bruises have been healed since the pain is gone. I make a few last minutes to check to see if I've forgotten to pack. Nope, everything seemed to be packed. I find myself taking a breath and a sudden sadness washes over me. I never could be back in Minnesota for a while. I should have probably talked to my grandparents one more time before I leave. Sound of a doorbell stares me. I wonder who could it be. I walk down in the room and spent much time in it, and I head to the door. Opening it, freezes when I see who it is. Oh my god! Himura. Juuichi, what do you do? Sorry, I wanted to check on you. Oh, I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, honey. I miss doing your route too. Your other best husbando. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. This game is full of best boys. I know that. I say that a lot. And I'm gonna make my tier list once I visit Revival 2. I'm gonna make my tier list. And I'm gonna really do my research on all the routes. I'll be right out. I just need to say goodbye to my grandparents first. Okay. I'll just wait here. I love you, Juuichi. But you broke my heart in this version, but at least I forgive you. I love you too. I swallow my nod and rushing back to get my luggage. I take a deep breath and I try to stop myself from having a panic attack. When I realize I'm in control again, I head back into my grandparents, making sure to turn off the lights and close the door. I stop in the living room and they look up to me. They seem to be surprised so in picking me up, but they smile nonetheless. Thank you for letting me stay for the summer. I give my polite bow and smile back at them. Despite the certain complications, the summer has been the fun I have been in a long time. Akira, don't need to thank us, dear. We love having you stay with us. You're always welcome here, Akira. Your house, is yours as it is ours. Just no more late night strolls. My face goes red and I sheepishly mumbling apology. I'm sorry. Under my breath, causing my grandparents to chuckle. Right. I think my moment before lowering my bag and I walk over to them, laying down, and I give them a big tug. Thank you for everything. Just remember, Akira, you're a strong young man. Keep your chin up. Oh, it's us, Grandma. Sorry, Grandpa. Your grandmother's right. We should get through this. Let the nature take its course. Just like Torihiko said. Is that their town saying? Oh my god, is that their town saying? Let nature take its course. I fucking agree with that line. I reminded Torihiko's catchphrase and it cheers me up in a moment and I not stand up. Giving another bow and I give a goodbye and I smile. Lifting the luggage in my shoulder and I head to the front door. Sorry, Juuichi, to keep you waiting. The bear shakes his head slowly. It's fine, I understand. Nodding, I walk to the door and Juuichi walks by beside me. We walked along the old country road and we both awkwardly silent, both of us, in the vivid memories of the night. I can hear the buzzing of dragonflies as they fly about. I take in the scenery and suddenly stopping to catch my breath, to let my legs and chest feel heavy in a weight of 100 kilograms. Juuichi stops in a moment and turning around and look at me. Hey, Mura, are you okay? I'm okay, sweetie. I closed my eyes and turned away, and I could feel the tears threatening to build up my fall. Shaking my head, and I take a deep breath. No, not really. Memories of the night continue to plague my mind. I know what I need to do. I'm scared. Things are quite stained between Juuichi and I. Still, is there something I must need to do before I leave? I summoned courage and turned around and face him, opening my eyes around once more. Juuichi, about the thing in the night, I'm sorry. I became a monster and I almost... Yes, thank you for apologizing to him again. I trail off and feel tears start to sting in my eyes. Juuichi gives a soft sigh, approaches me, and places my hands on his shoulder. But you didn't. It's okay, Akira. I look at him in my misty eye, and it's been a long time since he called me by my first name. I should have been the one apologizing to you. I'm the one who broke your heart. It consisted of your feelings to let you be hurt the same I was. I'm the one who should be begging forgiveness. The one who should be begging forgiveness is me. And I already do forgive you, honey. I guess there is hope in the future when it comes to this games like this, right? And I hope I get a good future. Whatever happens in my life, you know, and in real life, I mean. I shake my head and give a slight smile, and reaching up in hand to my place in his. Why don't we get a fresh start? We start off fresh and forget this happened. I would like very much for us to remain friends. Juuichi gives me a small smile and he nods. So would I. Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's fate. He reaches his shoulders and his hand and holds my hand in front of him. But let's be real, you're my husbando. I know, and so is Torihiko, and so is Ten, and so is Kuya, so is Shin, and so is Shun, and so is Tatsuki. Well, not yet Shun. Not yet Shun. But not yet Kyoji, and not yet Sotaro, and oh yeah, Konosuke too. Oh my god, there's a roster of husbanders in this game. But I'll figure out my tier list. I know my tier list, but I'll make it soon, one day. Realizing he was doing it, I grabbed my hand in my mind and returned his smile. Satisfied feelings rushed through me, and I'm glad that I didn't lose a friend as a friend. However, the feelings quickly replaced with a nagging feeling of guilt once again. Also, I'm sorry about your torment loss. Juuichi flinches as he instantly glances at me suspiciously. You saw that? I shake my head. No, I spoke to Ten afterwards and he was disappointed. He was disappointed. With a huge sigh, Juuichi presses his hand in his face. He had every right to be. I just couldn't focus. I expected him to forfeit, but he had told me he expected to face off with me again. But he didn't. He said he had to win to uphold his honor to the Kodori and a wolf. Smile knowingly in the nod. I saw him a few days ago, and actually I was looking forward, but I had just missed you. I told him that I believe in him and for him to do his best. A small smile returned to Juuichi's face and he folded his arms. I see. Well, it makes more sense now. And the bear gestured for us to continue onward, and I obliged. We spent the rest of the walk in the bus stop talking about nothing in particular. It's still slightly awkward, and it's at least our friendship will go on, and my heart will go on. Two of us arrive in the bus, and I see my friends are there. I noticed Torihiko staring at me with a gloomy expression in his face. I look back at him with feeling guilty. Towards our eyes meet mine, and despite our feelings, he smiles. Time is cruel, and its flow is never ending. I didn't think it would be so late, Akira. I'm sorry, honey. The bus isn't here for at least an hour, 10 minutes, Tora. It's not like I do things last minute, you know? Sorry, it wasn't. I meant for it to sound like that. I had to figure we had thrown you a farewell party. The attitude is something I would have expected from Kunosuke. Hey, what's that supposed to mean, Tora? And kisses you too? Ah! Torigo gives it a surprise, a sound of Konosuke certain arrival, and it must be a meant to being stunned to myself. You're actually on time. Hey, you really think I missed saying goodbye to my dear friend? You choose to improve your bad habits, I miss you too. Shin speaks up in his tune, cheeky. You too! He lets down his shoulder to drop down, and he looks down. The sigh makes everyone laugh. Take care of yourself, Akira. Good luck, everyone. Kiss your forehead. And kiss your forehead. And the both of you kiss each other. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Hamura. I hope we can hang out again next time. I like that, Taro. I give him a thumbs up and a wink. The way he moves close to Kyoji makes me smile. I see he and Kyoji must have gone together. I have a grin and move closer, speaking softly. I promise I won't keep you away from Kyoji for too long. The Tara's cheeks instantly turn red. Huh? What did you? Maybe I should have refrained from being cheeky, but it was just so much fun. And when I look at Kyoji, he chuckles. I'm not entirely sure, but did he just wink at me? I guess the cat's out of the bag. The lion's out of the bag too. I smile and holds my hands up assuredly. Your secret's safe with me. Staros gives a sigh and he scratches his head and an awkward smiles in my face. Thank you. Don't worry, we'll make this the best gay Japanese small town in this village, right? It'll be the most gay-friendly village because of us. From behind, Kuya calls out for me. Come back soon, Akira. I will, honey. I'll come back in revival for all of you. And I'll come back for you too. All of you. I smile begin over Shun and he's wagging his tail. Akira, I'm glad to see you happy again. I gently pat him in the head and his tail wags faster. I have you to thank for that. And my face as it warms up a bit and I look up slightly and 10. Thank you. Sounds like Shun helped you out on a bind, huh? Kuya grins and I grin him back if he only knew. I think they all knew. Woof! Goodbye, Akira. Have a safe trip. Thanks, Shun. I promise I'll be back soon. I hope to pick out my pinky finger. He does the same when he grabs mine. A pinky promise. Make sure you come back or you'll be cursed. That's a good reason for me to come back for these boys in revival. And then once Homecoming's done, his cheerful expression whilst he says it makes me laugh. I guess I have no choice now. I guess I better come back. Yep. His smile brings back as the sun. Okay, Akira, I almost forgot. I was told to give you this. Shouldn't hands me a piece of paper. The love letter from 10, huh? It's old-fashioned. How old-fashioned? I think I've seen this style of fold before. It's usually use those things in a period dramas. For letters challenging you to a duel, I timidly unfolded it. You know who is it from? The brush of stroke made it overwhelm the person who sees it. My face blushes and I read the letter. Yep, it's definitely from 10. Thank you. I will wait for you to return. I'll look after you. Oh my god, he has a horse! Oh my god, it's so cute! Oh! Oh! His words are simple, but I can tell it's the delicate care as he brushes words that he puts into the feeling into it, not to mention the heart he drew. It's so fucking cute! As I think it big, the strong wolf, I can't help but smile. I really gonna miss him. Me too. I'm gonna be sad if he's on homecoming, guys. Carefully fold the letter and gingerly place my pocket before returning to Kuya. Take care, okay? Hey, you too, Akira. Though we don't say much, we can still show how close we are. He nods, our eyes and meets. Don't overdo it, Himura. Be safe. I smile and rub his back, my head. Thanks, Juuichi. Take care of yourself, too. He smiles back at me and gives me a nod. Got it. I know Tori get into me and make my way over to him. He gives me a troubled expression. So I guess that means you and Juuichi? Actually, I show him and shake my head. He didn't return my feelings. What? So does that mean? Tori shakes his eyes and head and he places his hands on his face. No, I can't be selfish. Sorry. He shakes his head again and he smiles at me. Don't worry about it, Akira. There's no need for you to apologize. I'm the one who should apologize. I'm sorry for the way I acted in the festival, Akira. It's okay, honey. I remember, in Juuichi's route. I guess I was jealous. I know. You're jealous because you have your route incompleted. I know, honey. But you will get it someday. I believe in the heart of the Morenatsu fans and Stormbringer and Frostclaw and all that, and Hopskin Chew Toys. The power of the revival group and the power of the revisited group and the power of the homecoming group. I would say you will get your route soon, honey. I believe in you. Juuichi and I are just been rivals for so long. As I can remember, the idea you had your affection over me was difficult to accept. I was so hurtful to him. I suddenly pulled my friend into an embrace. It's okay, Tora. I understand how you felt. I felt it too when he ejected me. And I deserve it too. So let nature run its course, okay? After a few moments, he returns and embraces and let me go. He suddenly leans up and close to me and murmurs softly, Akira, if you found someone else, then haven't you? Yes. I shy away and nod. He gives me a pained wink. It was the one who wrote that letter, wasn't it? The way you blush when you read it gave it away. Yeah, Toriko is smart when he wants to be. He's a fun-loving guy, but he is emotionally intelligent. He backs away and he rubs his head. I don't know who it is, but since you turned me down, I expect you to be happy. Got it? Yes, I will be. I'll be more happy when I see you all again. Got it. Thanks, Sora. Oh, Tati! You too. The bus will be here soon. Oh, already? I look down in the road and I see the bus in the horizon. It won't be long now. Turn my friends and I bow in my head. Guys, I want to say I'm happy to get to see you again. But I have to cut the video real quick. And we'll visit and I'll finish this episode soon. I'm really getting close, guys. I'll be right back. And I'm back. After I read all this, I'm going to show some pictures. And then I'm going to maybe show some music and characters. And that'll be about it. I'm sorry I couldn't do a lot for this finale, guys. But I hope this is good enough for you. Because I really enjoy this game. My memories of the summer are precious of all. I'll never forget any of it. Akira, don't tell me you're only making memories. Don't tell me you're only making memories. Tell me you're only making memories with you. That's boring. What I meant is, this is the best summer of my life. If only we had more time. I want to learn more about Osaka from you. The next time you're in Minasato, you better indulge me. Konosuke, perhaps you could phrase that a little better? At any rate, I'm going to be answering your questions would be last all day and even late into the night. You're going to scare him away for good if you give him that to look forward to. Ah! Then I guess I'll have to restrain myself. That's not much better, Kosuke. Nice try, though. The boss pull up beside me, and I can't help but sigh. I don't want to leave, but my time's up. Yeah, time's up for my life too, because I have to end the series. The bus opens, invite me inside. I bow to my friends. I step inside the bus. I'll be back soon. I don't know how soon it will be for me, though, guys. I'm gonna miss this, guys. I pay a fare and I sit to see, looking forward to the faces of my friends, and the memories of my summer rushes through my mind. I came back from the Morenatsu to visit my friends. I fell in love with one of them, only to be rejected. However, it led me to someone unexpected. Those doors close and the bus begins to move. Doors closed for me, but a new one opened for me. I smile as my bus takes me out of beautiful Minasato, and I'll miss this town and this game and everything. I'll miss the boys. On the way to the bustling city of Osaka, and the bus drives down to the old road, and I look down the window. Sure enough, I see him. My eyes meet mine, and I swear I could see the beginning of a smile on his face. My smile widens as I give a slight wave. Ten, I hope I see you again. I'll give you my answer then, okay? My summer vacation has come to the end. Morenatsu Revisited. Just got case copyrights that thing. Yeah, I think this is it for now, guys. Well, there's a bonus scene, but Juuichi, we can't always run away from the things that scare us. Konosuke Curry. There's nothing wrong to feeling the way you do. Kuya Otsuki. Oh. There's time we spent together as friends is never gonna go away. Kyoji Takahara. All you need to do is to take that first step. Oh, Shinkare. Oh, I know you wish the same thing. Shun Kodori. I believe in you. Satoru Tono. Everything tastes better when you're in good company. I agree. Tatsuki, oh, I miss you, honey. I'm gonna miss all of them. It's no use sitting there thinking about the past. I agree. Ten Kodori. Oh, honey. And what did he say to me? Please look after yourself. Toriko Oshima, the one who's been rejected a lot, but he's been the one who invited us. You gotta let nature take its course. Yeah, I already knew that. The staff, Well, this has been a fun game, guys, and I'm sad to say this is going to be the last one for a while. Besides the fact besides the fact that I'm doing revival version someday, but I don't know when because I'm trying to survive in the real world a little bit, and I'm trying to think things through. And I've been thinking about changing my name in my YouTube. You know, branching out. I don't know when, but I know I can't. I gotta finish some things. I'm hoping Your Turn to Die can come back so I can finish that for good. What the last chapter is supposed to have. And I'm gonna have to, and it's gonna be a while since I'll have to direct Don's on Dragon, that's his name. Yeah? He done a lot of them. Frostcloud was 10, yeah. I can't wait to do Revisited. Leslie Chu is the one that made the original music. Secret Base, that's why I quieted because of copyright. I'm gonna play it with my own head. Morenatsu Project, English translation by Tom Pionto. Oh. It's been really fun, guys, and I really liked doing this game, and I'm gonna miss everyone, and I'm gonna miss all the fun stuff in this game. Your support is greatly appreciated. Of course, well, I hope you enjoyed me playing this game, and I'm sorry I have to close some things, because copyright's a pain for me. Disclaimer is the characters and event story is purely fictitious. Any similar actual events in person, living or dead, are purely coincidental. I know. Morenatsu Revisited is licensed by Creative Commons. Some rights are reserved. And my final thoughts, I should say, well, I should be reading some other things. Storm Singer Studios. Sir, you do a good job with all your stuff. If you watched my video somehow, I doubt you do. But if you do, thank you for support, guys, in general. I really like it. Morenatsu Revisited, and that's the end of it all. Thank you for playing. Of course, honey. I wish I could play your route too. I wish I could. And December 24th. On Christmas Eve! I wonder if this will work. Looking at the shirt, I sigh and fold it, shoves it into my suitcase. As I close it, looking in the mirror. Is it more Fuyu? Oh my god, I need to read this too, though. Yeah, there's a manga called More Fuyu, guys. I'm gonna miss this. I can't help but feeling anxious and excited. Finally, I get to go back home. Even since into my summer vacation, I've missed being in Minasato. Osaka is good for some times, like air conditioning and being able to use my cell phone, but my friends are all in Minasato. Yeah, fuck technology. They don't beat husbandos. Even though I'm a Gen Z. So is he? I feel my cheeks heat up and remember the big strong wolf. And I missed all my husbandos now too. 10. and heart skips a beat in memories of the last few days of my village. Since the returning to Osaka, he's been all I could think about. It's amazing to think about a few short days in my life could change so drastically. No kidding! I wanted to write him, but I held back mostly because of school. Also, I don't exactly know his address. Looking down in his suitcase, I take a deep breath and lift in my caring living room. Mom is waiting for me with a small smile on her face. It's nice to see you happy, Akira. I know I've been happy. I've been happier playing this game, guys. I'm sad to see it all at the end, though. But it's been worth it and it's been fun. I just hope I can meet your special someone, whoever he is. Ooh, she knows? I give her a wide-eyed stare. What do you mean? She grins at me and folding her arms and across her chest. Don't play coy with me, dear. I'm your mother. I've been stalking you. By the way, I know you've been a sexual predator, but I forgive you because you picked the good endings. Thanks, Mom. Your father and I have known for a long time you were gay. Aww. And I can practice to see your glow. It's not something you can hide from me. I groan and roll my eyes. So all this time you knew and I. She grins wider and nods, causing me to sigh. Okay, fine. There is someone I want to be with. I turn to grin, even though I'm blushing like crazy. If you're good, I'll let you meet him. Two of us share a good-natured laugh. We suddenly blinked the door ring bell. I looked at my mother for an answer, but she shakes her head. It seems like she wasn't expecting anyone either. Struggling to walk to the door and pull it open. My eyes widen and drop my suitcase floor. Standing in the doorway, the last person I expected to see. Oh my god! Wait! Oh my god! Wait a second! You tell me he's the one that traveled back to Osaka for Akira. No one else. Well, Tatsuki was one of the others, but Ten physically came. Oh, best husbando yet. Oh my god! Why didn't the rest of the boys do that? Or any of them? The wolf looks into my eyes and gives me a small smile, making my heart flutter. Merry Christmas, Akira. Oh my god, I'm so emotional, guys. My cheeks must be red from tomato because it feels rather hot. I begin to wonder if it's just all a dream. Suddenly, I'm in his arms and in a strong embrace, and back in vivid memories. I returned his embrace, buried my face in his chest, rubbing my face on his chest, in my comfort. Ted, I miss you. I stare up at his eyes. I hear my mother clear her throat. Well, Akira, are you going to introduce me to your friend? I jump up and blush deeper, rubbing my back of head. Ken glances to my mom before giving a respectful bow. My apology, Mrs. Himura. My name's Ken Ten Kodori. A shy smile comes from his face. I'm sorry for your inconvenience. You with an unannounced arrival. I learned from one of Akira's friends that he would be returning to Minnesota today, so I decided to accompany him back. My heart began to pounding, and I could feel like my happy tears are forming. You came all this way for me? He turns away and nods. Yes, for you. Oh, I can kiss you right now. Why wait? Mwah. Because Akira. He cheeks in a deep red in breath and gets my throat. I love you. I love you too, Ten. Even though I already realized this in the night, I still overwhelmed with the feelings of happiness. I stare at my mother, who looks back at me with a smile. She nods as her head as in approval. Turning attention to the wolf, I give him a big smile and he turns to my face, stare deep into his hypnotic yellow eyes. I love you too, Ten. There's no hesitation, either of us. And he leans down and captures the lips with his own. I'm a little embarrassed to be kissing him, but with my mother watching, but it quickly fades, replaced with the nostalgia. I miss this feeling, and I'm gonna miss this feeling in general. As we break the few moments later, and we looks over the clock. The bus will be leaving soon. We should depart. Ten glances at Mom, and she gives her nod. I promise I will take care of Akira. Leaning down, she lifts the suitcase and, holding it until in his arm, Mom gives a nod, before looking at me. Have a good one, and meet us after, dear. I walked over to her and gave her a big hug, and tears beginning to stream down my cheeks. Thank you. She hugs me and responds, oh shoot. She hugs me in response before releasing me. At a glance, 10 our eyes meet and we smile at one another. Bidding farewell to my mother, and two of us begin the journey to the bus stop. Taking his hand, I intertwine our fingers. Our winter vacation is just beginning. One day in Morn Fuyu, if there is one. Bonus route 10 Kodori. That's it, guys. Oh my god. I'm happy. This game made me 100% happy, at least, until I have to stop playing it and it's all over. It makes me sad, guys, but I enjoy it. And just like I said, I'm going to look at the concept art. Oh, Toski. And more all the art. I'll never get to know the weird ending. Unless you can tell me what the weird ending is if it's implemented and revisited. If not, I'll never know. Oh, my first husbando. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Revisiting Juuichi's route had been yeah. Yeah, if it did took a while, like he said, then it probably will take a while for rest of them. No wonder he's taking his time, though. But no worries if he's taking his time, though. I hope he finishes it all completely, though. In Homecoming, at least. Credits to the cute guys who are grateful. I'm thankful for you, Dazon Dragon, for reviving this project, and I'm thankful for Frostclaw for helping, and also creating a new route for 10. And a bet for there. Ooh. And here's all the fan service. Yep. I gotta get something out of it, guys. And he's the only one that kissed us on a bus stop, and the rest of the boys were too chicken shit to deal with in any route. Aw, man. And a revisited style, I love it. Gonna censor all that, of course. Music room. Oh. Sorry for the silence, guys, but I have to listen to all of this and show it to you guys. It might not be long enough. Oh, yeah, I know all the old music though. Yeah, this old music has good music in past. It seems like I'm not able to get all the music, sadly. I really did all I could. Why is this? Everything makes me feel so bittersweet about this game, though. Yeah, for Morenatsu Revisited, for Hopskip. This is music made by Hopskip Chew Toys, right? Yeah, this is definitely. Uh, my favorite, Boys in the Dark. I love that one. I know that one. Other favorite, Snooze Town. Sorry if I'm taking your time, guys, but this is something I had to show you guys before I have to end this for good. Yeah. You're your old best friend from when he lived in Minasato. It's been 5 years since you saw him last. Many things about him you're surprised, but both approach if your final year of high school. You've always been open, optimistic. Toriko's motto, let nature take its course. He works through his father's and uncle's Oshima Inn and somewhat famous tourist attraction in Minasato. He's studying to become a chef in his spare time, as well as training is becoming a swim tournament. In the end of August, he decided to visit Minasato month because of he decided he sent you. Kozuki's always been the one closest to your friend, with along with the Toriko before you left Misato, And the three of you always been to pull pranks on other people and cause general mayhem wherever you went. And where Toriko managed to keep childlike personality, Kozuki has slowly matured. And even though he carried away from optimism now, then he tends to live a tempo, step out. Everyone else can I often be found daydreaming, according to be your friend. He grown obsessed with seeing the big cities, claiming he wants to live someday. Over the last 5 years, he been to break up the hobby of photography and pictures to have suggest an unexpected natural talent. Lived in a cheerful dragon. Tatsuki graduated high school 2 years ago. Prior to your arrival, always been a kid, always helping the younger ones. You remember Tatsuki, and you guys always try to fit in. Since graduation, Tatsuki always alongside his father, apprentice, carpenter, always hoped to become great craftsman in all of Japan. Sorry if I'm not reading this properly, but I'm really taking it in now. That's all over. Never away. Always been a rebel. He was once the cool guy everyone could rely on. He tends to be quite stubborn, tough, and quality claims to be inherited from his father. But he's been in music as long as he can remember. And you heard that he's even recently started a band. Who he is fond of teasing, much like charging his friends. And he noticed he grown more cold and distant, and since you last him, assuming to his maturity, then more than anything, he also seems to be more antagonist towards Toriko than you remember, especially considering how close you were younger. Then more going on in his life, he's been meant and hence is struggling, suggesting he might be living on his own for a moment. One of your close friends in elementary school was time Juuichi couldn't be separated from his twin brother Kenji, but seems of them both developed into almost people in the last 5 years, usually frowning. Sometimes it's hard to tell Juuichi true feelings. Since starting to high school, Juuichi has climbed up to the ranks Juju. Because in our league, this is shy, demonstrating the sumo belt status whenever Toriko misbehaves around him. Younger members of the circle of friends, Shun always been the baby of the group. The member always respected the Kodori fan, and Shun always responsible, placed in his shoulders and can continue, gets better with him, can constant shows the childlike personality and innocent heart through the get him. The combination mood, expect him to show him no mercy back when you live in Minasato Shun. A friendly rival in video games. And thanks. Aww. Late addition to your group of friends, Shin is a young black cat who prefers to sit back and quickly observe the surroundings and the usual features suggest makes heritage his mother's friends. Oh. Sometimes for kid and Shin quite is sensitive of opinions around and him possessing Shin and perfect reflexes and cutting intellect. Shin's often brains of the group. Unfortunately, born in a crippling asthma, preventing him truly participating in things and his friends. Despite his strength, Shin tends to view himself as incomplete no matter what. As a side hobby, he enjoys baking his sleeps when he feels sad. Serving as almost a father figure of the group, Kyoji Kin, kind, gentle, and with everyone, always been help what's needed to be friends, but don't rely on him. Never been soccer ball. Far from soccer ball, he's sometimes find himself determined in the adoration of the sport. He tends to have the smile on the face that's making him cooperate. It's hard to read compared to others. Known clever solutions of the Kyoji has been captain of the Kazunari Soccer Club, and his His final years of high school reliable through his not year. At the time, he was a superstitious fear, the thunder, ghost. It doesn't always speak for the honest truth, especially if it might hurt someone's feelings. Boy you haven't met before in the summer, Satoru is Kyoji Jr. in Kazunari Soccer Club. There's not a lot you know about him, though. You notice how competitively he is shocked him, how much he clings up to his mentor. Speaking to Kyoji after welcoming her, you learn that his father died in a construction accident in Tokyo 3 years ago, prompting him and his mother to move to Kazunari. Not long after, he figured out has tendencies to cling to people as he sees a father figure as a result, possibly due to trauma he experienced. Besides his interest soccer, you found out he is also an avid manga reader, something Kyoji regrets he doesn't share with him. It made him a mission this summer to get to know Satoru better, as he feel he could be his friends he can get. I gotta go back. Sorry for all that, guys, but let me read 10 since he's the one I have to finish. Possessing a glare that could terrify you, even the scariest monster. 10 is not someone. It's not someone that could, at a face value, could easily be considered a good friend. Disagree. As captain of the Kudo Club, he prides himself with keeping a peak physical form, something he constantly scolds Juuichi about. He is constantly guarded. Behavior helps keep people guessing who he is truly thinking. In spite of this, he is loyal to his who considers friends and extremely protective of his cousin Shun. 10 is very traditional, and he can be quite methodical. But according to Shun, he's a good guy, and he's telling the truth. He's the best husbando. They all are, and for that, and I'm gonna miss you all. I'm gonna miss you all. Yeah, this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed all I did for you guys, or enjoy how much I put in hours in this game. And I'm gonna miss this. I'm really gonna miss this. And I thought this would be a good way to end this. Reading all this and looking at all the photos and looking at all the scenes I could. Especially since I can play this nice music of Hop Skip Chew Toys. Oh. Oh. Well, it's been fun, guys, and I'm gonna be sad, but I've been happy. If you had, feel free to like and comment down below if you enjoy everything I've done for you, and if you want to subscribe, if I still am around. But I hope to be around soon again, no matter what happens. And I really enjoyed this, and this will be in my memories forever. That I got to complete this series, and there's no complications. And hope I can come back having more fun somehow without problems. But until then, I bid you all a good day, good night, and farewell. And have a pleasant evening or day, and have a good one. And I'll miss you all. And it's been fun, everyone. But this has been the last episode, and I bid you all goodbye for now. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. It's been fun.